current as possible because StarCraft is still updating. It's alive and well. And it's alive and well here on ProBots. Again, we've got 8 bots remaining. They are split into 2 different groups, Groups A and B. And we're going to go through Group A this week and Group B next week. And you're in Group B. Ketrock is sitting down there waiting in Group B. So we'll see your bot next week. But we have 4 great bots that we're going to see tonight. And I think they've all been updated. Have you updated your bot yet, or are you still working on that?
I added some like cool battle cruiser stuff versus Zerg, but I have Canyonano in my group, and there's no way I'm pulling up battle cruisers versus that bot because he's like just an absolute killer of BCs. So,
but Canyonano's been looking really strong, especially late game as a Zerg.
Yeah, I haven't been following the scene too closely, but I do notice he finished like 4th on the ladder last season, I think. So, yeah.
Oh, he's right up there. This is how it's all been going. So, yeah, if you've tuned in this season for the first time, then this is all, the first thing for you. But if you've watched before, we have been trying different formats out, and this is a brand new one that we're giving a go here. And we did 2 weeks of qualifiers the last 2 weeks. Definitely go watch those videos. And we had 8 bots eliminated already. We've never done that. We've always given them double bracket or, 2 chances, 2 lives, things like that. But this time we just cut 8 of them out, and now we've got 8 remaining for the group stage. That's the top 4 from the qualifiers, and then the 4 from last season, the top 4. And that's, who all was that? Ketrock was one of them. Phobos is the new Eris. So that was the other.
Here, maybe? I'm not sure the top of the qualifiers were. Probably
Tier
and,
game. Wait,
Zena?
yeah, Tier. Yep. And no, Zena's this week.
Sharkbot?
Yeah, Sharkbot. That sounds right. Yeah. You think we'd have this memorized better. The notes are all over the place. I'll blame that. No, it's thank you for being here again. We've got some great games lined up. Definitely check out the links below us and check out our website, probotsai.com, right down there. You can get extra content. We're going to be doing a post-bots show soon. In a couple weeks, I think, or maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, something like that. Maybe both weeks. I don't know. I'm never there for it anymore. But it'll be fun. You were there last week, right? You did one with Drek, I think.
Yeah, we did a little ad hoc one, and I think it's because Mind Me wasn't able to make it, so Mind Me will be showing up this week, and we'll be going over build orders with his killer Protoss bot, the Slayer of Hearthstone.
Next week on the 8th.
That's next week? Okay, yeah.
Oh, he's doing some Hearthstone builds?
No, his bot beat Hearthstone in a PvP.
His bot beat Hearthstone.
It's probably the most impressive feat of any bot thus far.
Well, hot damn.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Well, here's Group A. We've got 4 very, very strong bots here. Again, Phobos is the renamed the bot formerly known as Eris, I guess would be the best way to phrase that. Because I'm assuming it's Zerg, right? I actually haven't looked up anything about Phobos.
I believe he's Protoss, given the name.
Oh.
I don't know much about the bot myself. It's their new project that they're working on, using their new framework, which is interesting. It's still Team Eris, but yeah, don't know much. Obviously not number 1 on the ladder like Eris was, but still like a very competitive bots in like the top division of the ladder. And if they're bringing it over Eris, maybe they have something special in store for us. I'm not sure.
Awesome. Well, I sure hope so. Did we look at the 2 bots we're about to see? We're just about ready here for our first best of 3. We're going to take a quick little look at some statistics for these bots, Phobos and Benbot. I'm assuming we have those almost ready here. But yeah, definitely some updates. Oh yeah, the updates were allowed for this round. So we're going to see some new builds, some new matchups, perhaps. Some new things going on. There we go. There's Phobos making it out of the group stages with a pretty good run. Or no, I'm sorry. Made it out of last season.
Yeah, he qualified, through Eris,
he qualified last season. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, 50% win rate in the top division, but I'm guessing as it's a new bot, it probably started around 30% and maybe now is up around 60 or 70%. It might be something like that. So it's the win rate might be better than it looks like. We'll see.
How long does it take for a bot to kind of climb into that upper echelon, would you say? Like if it's a good solid, can beat Micro Machine every now and then,
Yeah, I mean, for a new bot author, a really, really long time. It's quite the feat to get there. But for someone like Rasper, who's, probably on his like 6th bot he's built, and a couple of them have been like number 1 bots. So he's probably got it down pat. He's got the basics down, and every iteration is probably like just a stronger version of his previous bot sort of idea.
Yeah. Well, and that is, again, that's why we qualify the authors from last season, not necessarily the bot. So, in case anybody's curious why Phobos instead of Eris is here, Phobos is the newer, better version. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. But here's Benbot. Benbot's also looking really nice. Always gives us a solid, strong opener with usually a pretty good late game, too. Usually we get into the late game scenario with Benbot. So, I'm excited to see this one play out. This is going to be a banger.
Yeah, this will be an interesting one. Hopefully, get to see some BCs versus Protoss. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I think we're ready. Oh no, we're not ready. We've got 1 minute. Is that? Yeah. Do we actually have to wait a minute, or is that just you're trying to? He's actually going to make us wait a minute. All right. Well, while we've got a minute, now's the perfect time for you all to hit that little thumbs up icon just below us. It gives us a little bit more visibility. Get more people in here. We've got an exciting season kicking off here, and we've got a grand finals coming up soon, where we're going to do another humans versus bots show match. And like, if what you said is true, these bots are starting to beat pros like Hearthstone. I am very excited to see what happens this season.
Yeah, I'd love to see MindMe come back to the scene, because his bot seemed to have a lot of good potential versus the humans, especially as he's using probably the most human-like build orders, we'll say. So he wasn't as exploitable as maybe some of our other bots are.
Who do you think is the most exploitable bot?
Oh, as soon as you ask that question, the first thing that pops into my head is my own bot. There's a lot of ways to kind of break my bot in the early game. I think Scarlet like took my bot down with a single stalker, basically.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, he's kind of he'd get the harassment going just right, and you can find a way to break these bots.
Yeah, but, I'm sure. Yeah, every bot kind of has that Achilles heel, I'd say.
Yeah, the bots definitely their strength is in the mid game. Once they're macroing and they're on multiple bases and they have that perfect macro and the armies are fighting in 7 fronts at once, that's really hard for humans to deal with. It's the difficulty is getting there, because there's a lot of nuance to early game and aggression and cheese and stuff that bots don't really understand well.
Definitely. All right, well, I think we're ready here. Thank you, everybody, once again for tuning into day 3. We're down to our final 8 here. We've got 2 groups. We're doing all of Group A tonight, so we've got 5 best of 3s. This is our first one. Let's go ahead and hop into it. Phobos versus Benbot.
Phobos. Benbot BC.
So I'm gonna guess the name just doesn't sound very Protoss-y, but it might be the name of an asteroid based on the picture.
Oh, it's one of the moons. Which one? Mars's moon, I think.
Okay, and I was wrong about Phobos being Protoss, so it's either Terran or random. I should probably have read the show notes.
Yeah, well, we do have a couple notes here on Phobos. Yeah, it's a Terran written in Python still, and it's based on DNA from Eris, so it's using some of that pre-existing architecture. I would infer from that.
So yeah, I was just reading up on there. They created something called like the Ares framework, and it looks like it's just based on the Python one, but it gives you a lot of like cool tools, so you don't have to like reinvent things from scratch. So it's probably like the Sharpie framework, but you get a little bit more control on what and if you use the framework elements or not.
Okay,
that's the gist I'm getting from it.
And for anybody just kind of getting started and is like, what's the framework do and all that? That's just like how to mine things and how to move and things like that, right? Some of the basic reading the interface.
Yeah, and what they build on was probably something like how to place structures in your base where they're not all, blocking pathing and stuff like that, so, which is like a huge problem to go through for the first time. So if someone's already done it for you, it's nice. Then you can just say, build a factory in my base, and you don't have to worry about all the terrain features and things like that.
Yeah, well, that's the alternative, is hard coding it, right? You have to know exactly on the map where to place it And
Oh, that is hell. I've done that before,
just really, yeah,
where I
hard.
hard coded all of my structure positions for every single map. Every time we switch map pools, it was like 3 hours work to update my bot.
Well, one of the big drawbacks that I see from that is if the building gets blocked or something like that, doesn't it just screw everything up completely? Because that's the only place it's going to build it, right? It's hard coded.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd hard code lists of positions. So like, here's a list of
Okay.
all the barracks positions, and if one of them's blocked, just use the next one, sort of idea.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But nowadays, I generate all the positions myself, and it was a lot of work to get there. So if it's built into a framework like Sharky or Sharpie or maybe Errors, then you know, it'd save you a lot of work as a new author.
That's nice.
And that's just one of many little tools it probably has.
That's awesome. So yeah, definitely. I think they gave us some links for it. I don't know if they're making it open source or what exactly, but definitely check it out again. But here we go. Phobos is playing kind of passive and defensively, but that's nice because Benbot's going to lose a couple of Marines due to it.
Yeah,
really
very human-like composition out of Phobos here, opening with 2 or 3 Reapers and then some Hellions. That's very standard in TVT back in the day.
Yeah.
We don't have the new Cyclone quite yet, so this was kind of the thing. Although now we're up to 5 Reapers, so at this point I'd love to see some aggression out of Phobos, because he's got a pretty late expansion and he's got a lot of aggressive units.
Well, Benbot's only got 2 bases, so isn't expanding too aggressively. What patch is this on? 5.1?
At the moments of this, we were 2 patches behind, so we don't have the new Cyclones, and we didn't have, like... The previous patch wasn't too impactful. I'm trying to remember what's even in it. But I guess we're on 5.10 or something, and... I don't know. Yeah, but, yeah, Cryptus, the, one of the people helping to run the AI bot scene, just finished updating all of our maps to the newest patch, so... Yeah, well,
awesome.
Next season will be ProBots will be really cool. We'll get to see like the new Cyclone, which is, I think, might change it from the worst unit in the bot meta to maybe be the best. We'll have to see how it turns out. Yeah,
we don't see a lot of Cyclone. It's had a couple of good uses, but no one really tinkers with it, do they?
Yeah, the micro of it makes it really strong versus humans. The problem was the micro bots defending against Cyclones was too strong. So like the moment you would lock on, the opponent bot would be able to instantly break the lock on. Either just by backing up that individual unit or burrowing it or popping it into a warp prison, whatever it happened to be. So mid Cyclone's basically 0 DPS if you're facing a top bot, which wasn't great.
Yeah.
In the next patch, there's going to be there's no cooldown on the Cyclone ability. As soon as they break the lock, you can lock on again. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah,
it's a very different unit. It's much weaker, but it's cheaper and it's easier to get, and yeah, it makes it much closer to like a stalker nowadays than a niche unit. Yeah.
Like a Terran stalker. All right. That scares me though, having no cooldown on that, just being able to lock on like crazy. Especially in the hands of a bot. Yeah.
But like I think it used to lock on at like 14 range and do really high damage. Now it locks on like the maximum range is like 9, and the damage is very low.
Ooh, this hurts a little bit. The SCVs need to get out of here or something. Found a nice opening. Phobos found a really nice opening there to get up the ramp. And a few units are coming back, but Benbot's just been donating units all game. Just throwing a little trickle of, a Marine here, a Hellion there, and there's not a whole lot here left to defend, but it might actually be enough. The Hellion splash seems to be enough to ward these Reapers away.
Yeah, it might be just enough. The Reapers are trying to regenerate. They're able to scoot by that liberation zone and get out. But yeah, no, really cool attack how he jumps the Reaper into the base at the same time he drops the Hellions in, so he's able to kind of ferry the entire army into his main.
Yeah, this feels really human, right?
Yeah, got a lot of worker damage there. Unfortunately, the Reaper wall wasn't quite complete there for Benbot. If he was able to prevent those Reapers from getting in, would have been a different story.
Oh yeah, there's that little gap right between the factory and the...
Yeah, if you see the blue where the blue line is, that's kind of where the openings are. So
it
kind of looks like he's trying a wall, but it was not really there. Yeah.
How many workers died? Can we see the units lost? That hurt.
Yeah, it had to be about 8, I would guess.
What is it? Shift L, shift.
Control R.
Yeah, there you go. 21.
21.
Ouch.
Okay. Yeah, that's more than I thought. Maybe he lost a couple in the early game, but yeah, that means probably lost close to 20 in that fight.
Here we go. We'll see how the Terran or the tank marine control is. So far, really good zoning out of Phobos, just pushing up and is able to clear Liberator. So now will the Marines and tank be able to push in?
Yeah, great siege position to take out these bunkers. The Vikings were kind of hovering in missile start range a lot, so 2 of them are left alive, and they're both pretty weak. So there is a chance for air to control to go back to Benbot, but Benbot's on the verge of death here. A couple Widow Mines keeping him alive, I guess, but if Phobos moves in, I think that'll be it.
I don't know. This is a pretty good... Yeah, with those Widow Mines, this is a pretty good defense position. I don't know if Phobos has scans working. That's one of the things out of new, quote-unquote new bots. This isn't a new bot. But sometimes that gets skipped, scanning for certain scenarios. Or, you just did a bunch of mules, so now you don't have any scans.
Yeah. These siege tanks that might actually be in range of each other, they just don't have the vision. If those Vikings move forward a bit, I think you can snipe that siege tank of Benbot PC.
Just go just a little bit forward.
Yeah, if you click on one of the tanks, you can see the zone of it.
Still. Neither of these bots have built... Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. Benbot has a third base working. Is it mining right now? I can't see if there's workers on there.
Yeah, you can't really transfer workers there without them getting hit pretty hard. But okay, we did lose that forward siege tank, so I think that's down to 1 tank for Benbot. Yeah, the Widow Mines and missile turrets just scaring Phobos enough, but
well, it shouldn't
like
now.
It's like a bluff.
Yeah, it is. Just
you don't want to go into this, but really, if they went into it, it'd be game over. But yeah, the longer this goes on, the third base of Benbot will kick in, and Phobos the guy move soon.
Little stalemate here. All right, well, we're gonna have these two staring each other down for a moment. Yeah, if that Raven just moved forward a little bit, these Widow Mines will get cleared out, and I feel like that is gonna give the green light. Once these Widow Mines are gone, that's got to be the green light to go for Phobos, right?
Yeah. Every time that Raven blows down an auto turret, he usually gets detection on the Widow Mines, so.
Let's see what happens here. Well, Benbot's going to keep building up here. We'll see if Phobos gives him enough time. It's 100 army supply to 34, though, so that is a bit of a...
Yeah, there's now an attack on the third base as well, so now there's 2 fronts of attacks going on.
Oh, a nice
little
siege position, yeah.
I do like how he's focus firing the SCVs. That shows how advanced Phobos is as a brand new bot, which is very impressive.
Was that? Oh, I thought the tank was in range. The Marines hovering around the tank actually drew some splash damage from the planetary fortress onto the tank, so it's just barely out of range there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, this is quite the chokehold.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing is it is 3 bases to 2. Now the third base probably is probably losing money, not making money, which is unfortunate. Here we go, nice little liberation push, but
one Widow Mine's down, and they kind of move forward in the north. Yeah, that north Widow Mine finally went down in there. Trying to move in. There's no medevacs here though, so this actually it looks like a really scary army. But I think it's going to melt if it walks into the siege tank line now. Benbot now has 4 tanks or so on the left there. He's got Liberators trying to push this back. No more air reinforcements seem to have come out. Is Phobos just going to 2 base all in, I guess?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of liking this for Benbot now. Like, the main base is mining out for Phobos. It doesn't look like there's any thought of taking a third. So I think it's a 2 base all in that he's committing to with this strategy. And if he never actually pushes, then... Okay, the Widow Mines are down. Will that change anything?
Nope, guess not. Well, there's too many tanks now.
Yeah, it's 5 tanks. Yeah. But 5 tanks with no marine cover, you can still charge that.
Well, he could have. I don't think he can anymore.
Okay, 4th base gets denied. Small victory for Phobos there. Still just a stream of units coming across the map.
I was just going to say that. There's still units coming. Like, this isn't over. Phobos is keeping on the pressure. All right, well, let's look at can we look at the mineral lines? How much money does Phobos have left to keep this up? I think the main's pretty much dry. Yeah, main's done. Yep. Natural's got to be, it's close. A few more rounds of Marines, and I think that's going to be dry here.
Yeah, so it looks like as Phobos mines out his patches, he starts distance mining with those extra SCVs. He's going to have plenty of gas, but he spent all of his money on Marines, so the minerals are getting low and only lower. It looked so good for Phobos. His initial push was so strong. He like won like every engagement until he hit the defensive line of Benbot, but Benbot's known for that defensive line. He's been slowly improving that over like the last 5 years or however long this bot's been around.
Yeah, Benbot's really become quite the bot to break. He's really hard to get through. As you can see here, there's a really nice little tank squad there sitting in the planetary fortress with the repairs doing a good job. The SCVs are starting to fall there though. So if the SCVs start to die and if this third base dies, Phobos actually could still make this happen. The army supply again very heavily in Phobos' favor still.
Yeah. I mean, the third base, about half the money he mines goes into repairing the planetary. It's not a very efficient, but still, that's still more than the non-existent third base of Phobos. So, money-wise, I still kind of like it for Benbot BC.
I feel like if 2 medevacs had been thrown into this army with Phobos, this Terran army would be at like 200 supply right now, because the Marines wouldn't have been bleeding off. You can see just every now and then a Marine dies to a planetary fortress shot or a tank shot because it gets kind of pushed forward by its buddies here.
Yeah, that forward tank finally died solely from splash damage of hitting the Marine. The one thing I've been noticing is he's losing SCVs at his third, and then he builds more SCVs to replace them, and they die trying to get to the third. So I'm not sure what the unit's loss look like, but I'm guessing there's probably about 100 SCV kills of Benbot now. Yeah, there's 103 SCVs down. That's not insignificant.
How much? That's a lot of money.
So both bots are struggling for minerals now. One blew it all on Marines, the other one blew it all on SCVs. And PF repair, I guess.
What is it,
fourth base is trying to land once more, but once again is denied. Okay.
I think Phobos has it. I think this is eventually going to be enough to break through. If he could just get this third base, or either that or starve out Benbot. If Benbot runs out of money. But I think Phobos is just about dry too.
Yeah. So one thing is, when Phobos runs out of money, he just stops building things. When Benbot runs out of money, he won't be able to repair his planetary anymore. So the question is, can a broke Phobos break through the 5 tanks at the natural with the missile turret and the 2 Widow Mines? I could see this definitely going to a draw, just the way it is. I'm still on the fence right now. I like how this turns out.
I don't know. Benbot keeps a base alive. You can see he's trying to take the 4th by flying it out there still.
Yeah, but this is like his 4th attempt to take it. He gets shut down every time he flies out there.
Yeah.
He's got the Phobos has vision of it, so those Marines kind of pop over and.
Are we out of money? Are we out of minerals to repair? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, that is what happened there.
That's it.
That could be a blessing and surprise, actually, because that was just kind of a drain of resources for Benbot.
I mean, it was also his only resources. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, he might have been spending all his money in the main and natural to to fund that repair and rebuilding SCVs over there.
Yeah,
all right, so we have 2 broke players, both of them on their last vestige of income. Huge supply lead for Phobos, but that's 5 tanks, and 5 tanks is no joke.
We got a good concave, so yeah, I think it's all going to come down to these 5 tanks and just how much Phobos' army will cluster. I love the positioning. Look at the little tank spread with each one kind of has its own squad of Marines. Okay, this actually could be the biggest problem. Phobos is kind of reluctant to push in.
Yeah.
And will go in a little bit, take some shots, and then instantly pull back. And with no medevac support, if it does that 1 or 2 more times, actually, Benbot could still push this back. I know it sounds ridiculous, but oh my god. Oh,
yeah,
no,
he got
Marines.
the Widow Mines and the missile turret, so that was enough for him to try to go on the offense. I love it. He's got the vision from the air units, so his tanks should win the vision battle. And that's really important.
Yep.
Yeah, Benbot losing his tanks now without being able to shoot back.
Wow, Benbot took a lot of Marines with him, though. That was impressive. But really solid little inching forward here. Yeah, this is really methodical. Just moving forward, sieging, unsieging, little bits at a time, making sure that the air control is in its favor. And yeah, this game 1 will go to Phobos.
Yeah, that was a close game. I wonder what allowed him to kill that missile turret and Widow Mines. So for some reason, I didn't miss it. They just went down, but they were holding back Phobos for like 15 minutes there or something.
Maybe the Raven turrets finally whittle them down or something.
Yeah, sometimes the Raven would move forward to place an auto turret, and when he did that, he was able to get like one shot on the Widow Mine. I did notice that with the detection.
Well, this bot definitely does not play like Eris. That's my first thought. Is totally well, and not even doesn't play. Obviously, it's a different race, but Eris was so aggressive in expanding, and it's interesting to see a solid 2-base play like that. A really methodical, a really well thought out 2-base play with the siege tanks to hold the line and make sure nothing got out of that kind of 3-base area. The 4th base was never able to get established because of that, and then just that constant trickle of Marines able to reinforce and hold the line. It was good.
And I think the most impressive part was even before then, because the initial engagements were just like very strong from Phobos. I loved all the decisions of how he's moving his Reapers around, just the attack itself of jumping into the main base. And I like that he goes really heavy in bio too. So many Terran bots are like just a splash of Marines or like just staying mostly mech. It looks like Phobos is really going to try to go the heavy Marine route. We haven't seen that since like Spud, for instance.
Yeah, we see battle cruisers, tanks, a lot of that. Cyclones, hopefully soon. We'll start seeing more of those with the new update coming out. That'll be next season of ProBots. But check out AIarena.net. You'll be seeing some updates there very shortly. And I think a new season is going to start very soon as well, once those updates are complete. I'm not sure exactly when, but
the preseason started, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But, there's still a couple little things missing from the maps, and us authors are just trying to catch up to the meta, I guess.
All right, well, we've got game number 2 ready here. Phobos versus Benbot. Now, again, the loser of this gets knocked down into the losers round. So we are doing a bit of a double elimination. It's like GSL. You explained it very well earlier. We'll talk more about it, though.
Yeah, it's GSL group stage. You gotta lose twice to get knocked out. So.
Phobos. Benbot BC.
So I looked it up, and Phobos is the larger of Mars's 2 moons. And the most surprising part to that, for me, is that Mars has moons. I had no idea that there was moons at Mars.
A lot of planets have little moons. They actually are still discovering moons around Jupiter, I think. Like they just discovered one in the last few years or something. Can't remember. Let's see. Anyway, here we are. Group A, Game 2. Dragon Scales is our map. Now, what new maps are coming with the update? Were they ones from Team Liquid map contest?
We tried our best to use all the current BattleNet maps, but any maps that have more than 3 terrain levels, we can't bring to our version of the game. So, so it's like I think it's like 2/3 of them are BattleNet maps, so then the other ones we took from like the Team Liquid map contest or something.
Gotcha. We need to start making our own maps. I think that would be fun. Have our own map contest, bot map contest. Are you writing this down, Drek? These are good ideas. Jupiter has officially, this is as of March 4th, 2023, now has 92 moons after 12 new natural satellites orbiting the solar system's largest planet. So it puts it 9 ahead of Saturn, which has 83 moons. It's a lot of moons.
That is a lot of moons.
Holy crap. But yeah, they may have a lot of moons, but we have the moon. So suck it, Jupiter. All right, here we are on Dragon Scales. Let's see what these bots do. See if Phobos goes for just a strong, steady 2-base play again. Looking at this map, I think this map favors the defense of a 2-base all-in a little bit more, no? The natural with that ramp, I feel like that's going to be a lot better defended for Benbot.
Yeah, that gives a huge vision advantage. We'll also get to see how good Phobos is at recognizing, an understanding that they can't see up the ramp, we'll say. We've had bots in the past that like, oh, I can't see up the ramp, and we just walk up there and things go really poorly for them. But as it's built off of using, I guess, a similar libraries and framework to Eris, I'm guessing those things are already solved for them. We do see Benbot not doing any sort of aggressive Marine play. I think Benbot kind of bled some Marines in the early game last game. That might have cost him a little bit as the game went on. So much more efficient in the early game now for Benbot BC.
Yeah.
Looks like an earlier expansion as well, maybe.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, just that point of him losing all those early game units. If he's able to keep more of those alive, he'll have a much better army to just go up against what Phobos comes across with that first big push. I think a lot of you. I think there were Hellions that got killed just waltzing up into the natural, just looking around like, hey, what's going on? And then they got obliterated by this little death ball that's starting to form right here. This Reaper Hellion light killing unit death ball.
Yeah, it does delay the expansion quite a bit, though. So, assuming Phobos does the same sort of attack, you got to figure he needs to do at least like 12 worker kills just to break even, and then beyond that is profit. But I do love this attack, and 12 worker kills is definitely possible with 5 Reapers
earlier?
and 4 Hellions. It might be a little bit earlier because he didn't have to deal with units at his front door.
This feels way earlier. There's nothing there to stop this coming right up in the back door here, and SCVs will die. Just a matter of how many.
Handful of Marines coming in, but not enough to win that fight. So
The Hellions.
I guess it depends how much damage these SCVs soak up. They've already soaked up a lot, which is, not a good thing for Benbot. You don't want to be using your SCVs as meat shields in the early game.
Ow, yeah, that was a lot of SCVs that died. Right as I said, the Hellions could just catch the Marines. They also got pretty much obliterated, though. Still, they got their job done. 19 SCVs have been killed, and that really hurts Benbot. Somehow the supply is even. I guess that army supply really making up for it. Benbot playing a little bit more defensively, has the tank and the Marines in the bunker there. So he's got a bigger army, but now he's got to play catch-up in the... another worker going down.
Yeah.
That hurts.
I mean, he does have an upgrade on his natural command center, so he gets to build 2 workers at a time for quite a bit longer than Phobos. But he's also like 20 workers behind. What is it, 16 workers behind? Yeah. This is really good for Phobos. Even with this last Reaper picking up 2 or 3 more SCV kills there. And possibly even surviving with that Hellion derps. Which it does.
Such a shame. There's only the one depot there. There was some thought like, oh, I need to block this, but it wasn't enough to block it. You got to have like a barracks or something there.
Yeah, there's no way for us to know in the API where the Reaper jump positions are. So we either hard code it based on the map, or we just deal with the fact that Reapers get in.
Now, do you think that's something you could eventually figure out with some sort of map analyzer tool?
No, because there's nothing to indicate us like, just because a platform is one terrain level above another platform, that doesn't mean you can jump up. It's like there's like a special type of wall, I guess, you build in the map maker that allows you to jump up that wall, and we don't have that information in the API. So
well, why wouldn't you? If it's in the map maker to be able to designate it specifically, why wouldn't you be able to like find that? I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's whatever Blizzard and DeepMind made available for AlphaStar back in the day is what we have to deal with. So same reason we don't know how many Marines are in a bunker. Just no one decided to add that to the API back in the day.
Good point. Well, that's a shame. All right, well, we'll see how it pans out here. Phobos is pushing across here with attack number 2. We've got 2 tanks, a handful of Marines, and the Vikings for that air control. Oh, no, Benbot, go home.
Yeah. Perfect siege position right on the edge of that high ground. Worked out really, really well for him. So the Marine count is way down, but there's still a bunker. There's the high ground. Like you're saying, this is a really good defensive spot for Benbot. We'll see how it turns out.
He does have vision, though, with the Raven, and that just kind of negated everything I said earlier. The position is not broken, but it's definitely been contested. Benbot's not going to leave this anytime soon. No third base this time like we saw in game number 1. Unless he flies it out, I guess he could fly a third base out of there.
Yeah. I love the siege position from Phobos. Always just in range of the bunker, but not too far that he'll get hit by Benbot siege tanks. So I guess the question is, will the Raven come forward to place auto turrets? Because when he does that, these siege tanks are going to go ham with the vision.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous for Benbot already. This is a really strong chokehold. And we saw Phobos is not super aggressive. I don't think Phobos is going to push up this ramp anytime soon. I think we're just going to see Phobos slowly inch forward. Like this. There we go. He's going to try to inch forward, but Siege Tank in a great spot for Benbot will prevent that from happening. Oh, is he hitting it because he's hitting the SCVs with the tank? Okay, the tank is still alive.
Yeah, I don't know. If we can click on the red siege tanks, I want to see if they even have, if they might have range on. Yeah, it looks like they have range on the Benbot siege tank.
I don't think
so. He just needs vision.
They're just out. I think they're just outside of it, but they were hitting SCVs and splashing.
I think one of them does. You just gotta get the edge.
It's
really hard to tell.
Gray area, yeah.
Well, that one's in range, but there's no vision at all, so free shots for Benbot.
Oh, Benbot getting a good spot here. Actually, it's going to put the pressure onto Phobos. Where's the Air Force? Where did Phobos' air units go? There's a Viking way back there. Come on. What are you doing?
Oh, this is not good for Phobos.
What are you doing, Phobos? Oh, no. That's great for Benbot. Benbot's also, while this distraction is happening, while Benbot's starting to break the chokehold, he's going to fly a third base over to the left. And I think that's unscouted. I don't think Phobos saw it. I think it was just outside of the vision.
And BC actually is on the field.
Well, you know, if Benbot makes it to BC's, that's pretty much game over.
And the nice thing about the Marines falling back there, it allowed a bunch of SCVs to actually get to the third. That's kind of a big deal.
Ooh, careful. Okay, he does teleport back. The SCVs need to be careful they don't pull Phobos down into that third base location, though. I still believe it's unscouted, so I don't think it'll get contested. But, oh, wow, I said Phobos wouldn't push up the ramp. I was wrong. Yet again.
All of his Marines for one siege tank. That's pretty painful. Especially when there's no third base coming, so those Marines are not going to be infinitely refueled. You know, at some point he's going to run out of those minerals, as that is his bottleneck here.
Oh yeah, because he just stays on the two base and ramps are the mortal enemies of bots. Okay, this base does get scouted. The assimilator or whatever refinery has been seen.
Yeah, great siege tank there for siege tank position for Phobos. Now he's going to be able to shoot on that third out of Benbot.
Much better this game this time around though for Benbot. While he is down in army supply a little bit, things are looking much better. The overall supply is very even, and if that third base continues to mine, I think Benbot should be able to catch up in army supply, especially with the battle cruisers overhead. They're going to be able to start, you know, mottoing the tanks. Maybe. Nope, doesn't need to. Okay. Yeah, doesn't need to. Marines are too afraid. All right. They don't want any of that. Oh, now they do. now
kill our tanks first.
Then
we're jealous of them. They get up to the armor. Then we'll come into the deal with you. But nice little jump away from Benbot PC there, able to keep his VC alive, living up to his names.
Tank lives as well. Oh, nope. Okay, it doesn't. I need to stop saying that. I keep like, oh, this unit's alive, and then it just dies.
Well, it looked like the auto turret killed him really fast, but what you didn't see is in the background, Phobos set up a siege tank in range as well. So it's a siege tank blasting it down quickly. That tricked me. I'm like, man, that auto turret does damage really quickly. It's like, oh no, wait, that's not the auto turret.
No, that was the auto turret from like 2016.
I love the auto turret from way back in the day. It did no damage at all, but it lasted. You could put it down in 4 minutes later and still.
Yeah, the one that lasted all game.
Yeah.
Oh, this Viking's getting a little bit too bold here. Flies over a missile turret, will die in a skirmish to one of Benbot's Vikings. And the battlecruiser got out of there, I think, so it's going to be able to go back and repair and join back up here. Is it just the one battlecruiser still? Where are the other? Where's the armada? We need more battlecruisers, Benbot.
Yeah. Benbot's third base is definitely mining a lot more than in game one. He's never had more than one siege tank sieging the BF, so he's not spending all that money on repair like last time. So I think the 3-base economy is going to be a massive advantage this time for Benbot PC. Not to mention tanks are dying much more often this game.
Yeah,
This
the
is looking
battlecruiser.
really good for.
Getting those tanks.
Oh, there's Yamato's out now. Using it on the Raven. Not a bad choice. Gets the siege tank. Gets out of there.
Planetary's even getting some kills.
Besides some
think
Marines
Benbot's-
being thrown away by Benbot, I love the value of his engagements. He's just turning out really well for him value-wise.
Well, this is such a good position for Benbot. He really does force Phobos to pick a side. Obviously, Phobos could just swing around to the left and then only have to take on the Planetary. But in this instance, this is really good for Benbot because he's kind of got him in this pincer maneuver with that Planetary. So now another tank is going to go down because that battlecruiser came back, and this marine line's pretty much thinned out, and I don't think there's many more Marines coming behind this.
Yeah, I think this is
has
it.
to be mined out.
Phobos is down to 4 mineral patches. We do have a big wave of units coming across the map. This time the siege tank's arriving from the west side of the third base, so at least it's a different attack angle. We'll be able to see something different here.
How's that base still mining? What is this? Wings of Liberty bases? That should be mined out like 4 minutes ago. All right, well, finally, yeah, Phobos comes around the left side, but I think it's a little bit too late. The battlecruiser with the Planetary and the Marines trickling in will be able to push back this final little attack. And yeah, with no third base on the way, Phobos is just going to run out of units. That's it.
Yeah, it is interesting that he's still mining from the second base. That makes me think...
Maybe
No,
he's just not muling
okay,
it.
yeah. Oh. He's not scanning
hard.
and his energy's low, so he must be muling, yeah. And
Okay,
I thought
now
he had
it's-
distance mine at the SCVs as well. It doesn't look like he's doing that. I thought he was doing that in game 1, but not this time. So yeah, maybe one more push out of Phobos to win the entire game. I don't see how it could possibly work, but that does mean we'll get your favorite match of the night, which is the ace match.
The army supply is technically in Phobos' favor. If those Marines get a perfect position on the, I think, still just one battlecruiser. If they can take out that battlecruiser, maybe. But no, they're going to push up this ramp into this little bunker defense of death. And even if they go fight the Planetary, they're just going to get weakened up. And no, there's no way that this army gets up here.
And even when they catch the BC on its own, it's like the BC kills like 5-6 Marines and then jumps away.
Yeah, that's all he has to do.
Yeah.
Just do a little damage over and over and over again, and especially with no medvacs, no third base, there's just nothing to keep this push going. Benbot will take game numero 2 here. Nice little valiant last stand here out of Phobos. I gotta say though, really cool army control, and if the positioning was just a little bit different, Phobos would have gotten a lot more damage done, kind of like we saw in game 1. This was just a death trap here down at the bottom of the ramp.
Yeah.
It was brutal. And
Kind of shows why TVT is one of the most dynamic matchups, but is also one of the most hated mirror matchups to play. It's because you can't just be ahead and win. Siege tank lines are a real thing that you can't just blow right through. So
this army
seeing right here, like, you know, maybe a better engagement out of Phobos, but once you hit the tank line, that's it. You're not advancing anymore.
Okay, here's the valiant last stand. I thought there was no more armies. I don't know how Phobos has any money for that still.
No, the last one was the valiant last stand. This one wasn't too valiant. It was just
that was. Yeah.
Well, there's the distance mining. So
Okay. So there is a continuation here. It's just not a very good one. It will take a long time for Phobos to get enough money to build the proper army to deal with this. Oh, nice Hellion spot here. Oh boy, he's having fun.
Yeah, done like 2,000 damage, killed 0 SCVs.
How many?
Just spread it around.
Okay, now he's gonna start racking them up. Now they're starting to come back damaged. All right, the final valiant last stand here. This is like the Lord of the Rings 5th ending here. This will be it. Phobos will fall, and we will get my ace match. Yeah, I'm really surprised him. Benbot just really living up to his name. Benbot Battlecruiser. It's not Battlecruisers.
Yeah, there's no S on the end of his name.
No S. So, yeah, just getting that one. And, hey, it worked great this game. It really did just enough to kind of weaken those Marines, to keep the Air Force busy, to damage and kind of kill the Vikings eventually. He pulled a few Vikings into missile turrets with it. Oh, wait, no, there's some more. There's some Battlecruisers. You got some friends.
I mean, Phobos was doing some damage, right? So Benbot's money never really grew to an exponential level, so he couldn't really afford more battle cruisers for most of that game.
Yeah, I think that was why we only saw the one. He just kept having to replace Marines and stuff like that.
Prioritizes a whole bunch of other things, including expanding over BCs. But when he has the money, the BCs get added in.
All about priorities. And hey, he did it well. We're going to go to an ace match here. We'll get that loaded up for you all. And it's really cool to see a new strong Terran bot coming in and going up against BenBot. BenBot, definitely one of our stronger Terran bots, I'd say. He's been in multiple seasons. I don't even know off the top of my head how many seasons of ProBots. For years now, I think we've been seeing BenBot. So, yeah, this is nice seeing, and again, in a new kind of, a new framework, I'd say. Right? Is that what they called it for Phobos? It's using a new framework, right?
Yeah, Ares framework.
Yeah, the Ares framework.
I mean, back in the day, he made kind of like a framework just for queens.
Mhm.
You know, here's like something you can put into your Python bot that'll do all the injecting and creep spread and transfusing for you, sort of idea. So he's probably been expanding on that library for so long that now he's made a full blown framework out of it. It'll be interesting to see if another bot author tries using it, see how it pans out.
Yeah. Actually, so I had a question on, and maybe you know. So somebody was asking about looking at the siege tanks API or something and registering like when a siege tank fired or something. I remember seeing way back years and years and years ago, somebody made some hack where Zerglings would spread out away from the Zergling that got targeted. Is that not something you have access to? Is that a little too hacky?
Or... Yeah, that was like I remember like the automaton spread. Versus just spreading things as well. Yeah, you can't. We don't have any information in our API when it comes to projectiles, so we don't know when a siege tank shoots. I guess you could kind of guess. You know, when the unit takes 60 damage, you probably know when the next burst of 60 damage is coming, but you don't know which unit is going to be targeted. So,
yeah.
But yeah, we've seen a veteran in the past. He'd spread all of his Marines. They look like a grid of units that would come in against other siege tanks whenever there was or against Bailings. So he just pre-spread everything. It looked pretty cool.
That's smart. Oh, we're ready. Game number 3 here. Our ace match, Phobos versus BenBot. Let's see who moves on and who moves down to the losers bracket. Let's go.
Phobos. BenBot BC.
Are those carpets under the command centers? Those are banners of some kind.
Just gotta wipe their shoes first.
I guess.
Dirty up that carpet. BenBot's going back to his little aggressive barracks thing that didn't work so well for him in game 1.
Oh, okay.
One other thing is like Phobos was kind of on the verge of cracking BenBot both games with this initial push. Because you'd have like 8 units in the base versus like 7 Marines. Like it was really tough for BenBot to hold those, so he just barely did both times. That could I could see the game ending right at the start if it goes a little bit better for Phobos.
Oh yeah. Well, and it was all about that ramp positioning too. Do we have? I don't think we have
game was
that.
Like perfect for BenBot.
Yeah, I don't think we have that same setup here. It's an open natural, no ramp up into the natural. Yeah, just this big open space.
Yeah, but depending on where the defense is set up, maybe he'll be able to siege any SCVs that are transferring to the 3rd. That's really tough for BenBot. But it really depends where BenBot sets up his defenses. If he does it outside of that choke, then it won't
The
be
first fight. Zoom in here.
Oh yeah. He's
Get
gonna
in.
get first blood. Oh, that's really
close. Boom! Looks like Phobos will take the first kill here. Not holding back. His warrior returns triumphant. Well done. Well, that settles the game right there, I think. Phobos wins. All right, next match. Let's move on.
That is the deciding factor.
whoever's SCV wins. It's like, you know, when the ancient armies would send out their warriors to their one warrior to battle, and you know, if the other one won, you know, you could either surrender with honor or you could be like, screw that and fight anyway. It's like the intro to Shogun. I think that happens. They each send out a samurai warrior. and the loser gets killed, but then they attack anyway. So anyway, Benbot is gonna get a bunker up here, huh?
What was that movie with Brad Pitt where he was some Greek hero or something? Achilles.
Troy.
Troy, yeah. They did the same thing in that movie where he would like fight the battle for his entire army.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Just the one-on-one to decide who wins.
Same thing.
Yeah, this time's a little different. The bunker gets set up, which might shred Phobos, or it might be a blessing for Phobos, because if he just like picks up and does his drop and all the Marines are across the map in this bunker, then Benbot's gonna be in a lot of trouble.
So I do think the Reapers are going to path directly into the bunker, but the medvac, I think, is going to fly directly south from the factory.
Yeah,
that's my prediction.
Depends how the Reapers exit. They might exit into the bunker, or they might jump down out of the main base. So.
I think they're going to go to the left. I think they're going to go towards the bunker.
I agree with you, but I'm not 100%.
We'll see here.
If he aims at Benbot's natural, then I think they'll probably jump out the side. I'm trying to remember how this map is laid out, like where the destructible rocks are. I'm trying to think like what's the quickest way across the map. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they'll try to go towards the left. Yeah, there they go. Now what will happen? Do they run by?
They don't want any part of that. They will actually
a new way.
Go around and find a new way. Incredible.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely
so there's that
incredible.
pathing library in Python, and I guess we're seeing that
working well. Wow, just totally, it makes this wasted money. This doesn't matter. Yeah, he's actually going to get a couple Marines maybe here, but that doesn't matter. It's this attack coming across the map that really matters. Viking, what are you doing? You don't need to take that fight. Oh, a tank! Wow, somehow a tank intercepted the Reapers there. Benbot's all over the place right now. Hellions are going to make it in the mineral line. We're going to see a lot of roasted SCVs. Viking needs to land or something. No, now with the Reapers here, we're going to have a lot more dead units.
Yeah, like literally 0 units across, 0 Marines across the map. Here comes 5, but they're kind of coming in piecemeal. I'd love to see the Reapers engage a little bit stronger, especially when they're on full hit points. Yeah, they're a little too afraid. So I think Benbot will eventually clean it up, but only after losing his entire main base mineral line. 29 SCVs.
Ooh, I think that's the most he's lost so far. Early game, 30. Yeah, that might just be crippling damage here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 workers, 17 army supply. Technically is more than Phobos, but Benbot's not going to do much with it. Well, he's going to get some workers with it. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, he'll have this contain, but Phobos has kind of shown that he knows how to siege push a bunker or siege tank contain.
Right, finally, this should get cleaned up by the Hellion and the Viking. If the Reapers stick around. Yeah, maybe they won't stick around. Yeah, they're actually just going to get the heck out of here.
And they won't get cleaned up. There's actually 5 Reapers there, so if they wanted to take that fight, they could kill the...
Oh, go Marines! Well. Go, get on the tank! Oh, they don't get up on top of it. They do kill the tank, though, which is nice. A lot of Marines died for that, though. A lot of Marines that cannot be replaced at the moment. So, wow. Despite losing all his workers, Benbot is still putting the pressure on and has kept the army supplies almost dead even here. Just this tank alone is holding the line now. I don't even know. I guess Phobos wins just because he has workers, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be like, can this contain hold forever? And it's an empty bunker and 1 siege tank, so it probably shouldn't. But bots don't know when bunkers are empty or not, so there is that. And it looks like Phobos is trying to distance mine. I'm not sure what he's trying to do with these SCVs, but he's throwing a lot of them away.
Yeah, I don't know. Where are they going? Click on one of those SCVs leaving the base next. I want to see what their path is. If you can see
there's something at the 3rd base. I can't tell you what color it is.
But, oh, is there? Oh no, it's a Marine.
Maybe they're trying to charge the Marine. There's the SCV again.
Oh, he gave up. Finally. Okay. Anyway, something's killing the main base of Benbot. I think it's the Viking? No, it's a Reaper.
Yeah, it's these Reapers that never die.
Yeah, no, that's it. Benbot has 1 tank. That's it. Wait, I think
he built the fusion core, though, so I think Benbot served his purpose.
Marine, tank and a Marine.
It's like, I gotta at least get a fusion core if my name has BC in the name.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Benbot has no more workers, no more income other than, like, I think one mule, maybe, mining occasionally. But here we go. The last tank's going to die. Oh, Phobos giving us a little scare there. We thought Phobos might get knocked out. But,
yeah, so Bunker Contain came back to bite Benbot in the ass because he could not handle all those Reapers and Hellions on his side of the map when his whole army was containing.
Yeah, he was a little bit too much out on the map. It was kind of cool how the tank intercepted the Reapers a little bit, but they were able to just run away and then get into the main. And in the end, it worked out really well for Phobos. So Benbot is going to get knocked down into the lower bracket. So he's now 0-1. Phobos is going to go up 1-0. Phobos just needs one more win to move on into the next stage. Again, this is GSL style groups. So 2 bots will move on. 2 bots will get eliminated tonight.
Yep.
More eliminations.
Winner match. First outing out of Phobos, actually. You know, that's his first tournament match ever. Going 2-1. Very impressive.
That's very nice. All right, well, let's take a look at our next series here. We've got more best of threes. We've got at least 4 more. I think, 4 more coming up. Again, GSL style group. So Sharkbot versus Zena coming up now. Sharkbot was in our top 4 from last season. Going up against Zena, who had a pretty good run through our group stage. Took out Roro. Just a 2-0 against Roro. And then... Oh, wait, did he play Benbot? Did we just not update this? Yeah, we didn't update our challenge group, by the way. Production.
This is going to be a very interesting match.
What do you mean it doesn't get updated? Oh, yeah, you're right, because they didn't play. Oh, yeah, I see. Sharkbot looking real buff this season, as always. Excuse me. In C#, written in C#. Again, one of the many languages you can use. There's a lot of languages available. Java, there's a few bots in Java now, so you're not alone. Ketrock, you're got some fellow Java authors.
Little friends there, including Benbot, who just got knocked down. This is gonna be a great series. Sharkbot is always impresses me. He's the only Protoss bot who can build and use literally everything in the Protoss repertoire. And then Zena, I believe, is a random bot and number 2 bot.
Wild card.
Pretty clear number 2 after Eris on the ladder. So
yeah,
look at that 2260 ELO.
Oh wow,
70% win rate. Yeah, it's a scary bot.
Yeah, it's insane. Very unpredictable. It does definitely some cheesy things. Being random, that's 3 times the cheese you can throw at your opponent. Because the bot doesn't know right off the bat, right? They will have to actually see an opponent structure or a unit, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just like a given player.
Unless, obviously, like, if you know you're up against a Terran, you can say this is a Terran. But you can't do that as a random because you don't know what they're going to be.
It's a little difficult against random to code that, too, because you can't just say, this is my TVT build order. You got to do, this is a generic build order, and then once I see my opponents, I need to transition into a different type of build order. And that's levels of complexity facing a random bot.
All right, well, we're ready. We have got our next best of 3 loaded. Let's go ahead and get it rolling here. Zena versus Sharkbot on ProBots. Let's go.
Zena. Sharkbot.
Zena written in Haskell. I forgot about that we have.
I was just going to bring that up. Yeah. Do you know anything about Haskell? I've never seen it until Zena.
Yeah. If you write that in that language, you get to look down at all other programmers.
Well, there you go.
It's like, not only is this a functional programming language, this is the functional programming language.
Oh yeah.
You terrible object-oriented people.
So yeah, somewhat cheesy bot. I'm excited to see what cheese Zena might be throwing at us here.
Yeah, that's a lot of probes across the map right now. I'm not sure what's going on here. Backup for the backup for the backup. Little tickle test. Nice test so far. He's actually drawing 3 workers away.
Oh, and that's it with probes. You cannot leave a probe unattended. If you see a probe, you need to send another worker to follow it, because they're going to do things like this. And
Very
Sharkbot,
interesting.
actually the one being really cheesy here. I thought Zena might be the one to do kind of some proxy aggression, but Zena's actually going to try to get a second base behind this. Not respecting the cannon rush enough, I don't think. It is a bit of a slow, long distance cannon rush, but it's actually going to be like a cannon defense, like on their side of the map with a few zealots now coming in.
Yeah,
You're
it
gonna
was
slowly see it.
maybe our first attempt we've seen of a bot ever that tries to wall off the cannon.
Oh, it
I
canceled.
wouldn't say it was very successful, but it was the first time I've ever seen it, so that's pretty cool.
I think we've seen that before here, haven't we?
I'm not sure if we've seen it in ProBots, but I think Tier has attempted it once. You do a little.
Oh,
He wouldn't
yeah.
really wall it in, but he would like kind of put in a couple pylons in front of it just to make it hard to surround with workers.
Zena actually canceled the natural, so ends up respecting the cannon rush. What's the follow-up now? I guess just get stalkers out or something? Ooh, Zealot just gonna get sacrificed here. It's unfortunate. Gets one swipe off and then tries to run away. Je suis français.
I am.
I have no idea what that means. Is that what that means? I am French.
Yeah, but like, I don't even think that's grammatically correct. But that is I am French.
Oh, wait, isn't Sharkbot the chat bot? It should be the one chit chatting here.
That's true. He hasn't implemented his French-based AI into it, I guess.
I guess not. Yeah, that's a good idea. Ooh, yeah, you better come back later.
Oh, there we go. Now they're getting chatty.
Yeah, I just had to speak in English to him. Doesn't speak French. Yeah, in case anyone didn't know, Sharkbot did start as a chatbot. You can download it somewhere and chit-chat with it. I'm sure someone will load you a link. All right, so these cannons are starting to creep forward here. Oh, Stalker, pull back!
I love the expansion base out of Sharkbot. Just building right in the third base of Zena.
Yeah, what the heck? No respect here. I mean, I really like this play, though, because it does start to mine the opponent's minerals if, the base gets up and you start to steal minerals. So even if it does get pushed back, you stole half their mineral line or something,
Yeah, and assuming he's pushing those cannons and batteries towards Sharkbot's main base, he'll be able to overcharge the batteries with the Nexus there.
You can see the line, the snake of cannons starting to make their way towards this natural ramp here. All right, shield battery is going to help a lot too. 3 stalkers are going to outnumber the 2, but so far Zena's been a little bit haphazard with its stalker control, just kind of waltzing into cannons. Okay, now is a little bit better.
Nice. Yeah, battery does dry out, so the first stalker does go down.
Ooh, here we go.
But overcharge is available, and that one battery is in range of the overcharge. We'll see if it gets used or not.
Oh, gets a cannon. All right, starting to chip through here. Yes, shield batteries are totally out of energy. So if Zena can keep some stalkers alive and keep building this stalker ball, I could actually see Zena busting through this. Yeah, look at the RB supplies. Heavily in Zena's favor because of all the cannons and shield batteries that haven't been invested into by Sharkbot. Oh no! That's a bad spot.
Yeah, that's looking nice for Sharkbot there.
Okay, well.
Yeah, this is why I love Sharkbot. The craziness. He'll do the same strategy like 25 minutes into the game as well. He'll be like, I'm just going to start slow pushing cannons and batteries across the map now.
Unpredictable is the way to win. I'm telling you, against bots, against humans, unpredictability is the real. It's a double-edged sword, yes, but you can definitely make things like this happen.
That is all dried out batteries again, though.
There's a lot of them, so they are going to start to build it up a little bit. You got 6 batteries in total.
Yeah, I'm super sad he's not using the overcharge, though. An offensive Nexus for the purpose of an overcharge would be hilarious.
That would be a great time to use it. Yeah, I was gonna perfect time when he's like kind of evenly matched there and needs to win this fight to push the stalkers back. Oh, get it! Oh, he doesn't get that weakened stalker. Wow, this is a slugfest. Zena is doing a good job at putting the pressure on, but man, as soon as those cannons come into play, Zena really just starts to take too much damage.
Yeah, and if we pan the screen up a bit, we do see that it's actually 2 base on 1 in a very unorthodox way. Yeah. So the number of stalkers coming out of Sharkbot should be outnumbering Zena as the game goes on here.
Is there even warp tech on the way for Sharkbot?
do that.
Nope. He's got Twilight on the way. That's nice. Oh, yeah. So I do think this could totally be held by just a little bit better stalker control out of Zena. If there were 10 stalkers here still, absolutely Zena could bust through this, I think. The shield batteries were pretty much completely out of energy. There's only a stalker or two joining this army at a time for Sharkbot. So definitely a chance. There was a chance, I think, for Zena to push out. But as it is, Sharkbot should be able to seal the deal here. Yeah, again, just with that 2-base economy. More stalkers are going to come out. Zena will eventually run out of funds.
Yeah. I did like some of the micro out of Zena. I like the fact that his stalkers get more aggressive when they have zealots in the front tanking damage for them. And then they play
that
a
is
little
nice.
more passive otherwise. But yeah, there's some pathing issues with it. They can't retreat very well.
Yeah.
Obviously, the batteries are a huge advantage for Sharkbot.
Yeah, it's very back and forth. Yeah, there were definitely a few moments the stalkers were getting some good kills.
That is so many batteries. Oh my gosh! Even if they're all dry, it doesn't even matter. Like they just slowly recharge enough. There's so many of them.
Yep, and that should be all she wrote. Zena is gonna gung ho through the cannons, or through the shield batteries there, and gets to the other side. But the only thing on the other side is more shield batteries.
Yeah, except fresh batteries
and
over
cannons,
there.
and fresh batteries. Grass is always greener, eh? All right, well, that's gonna do it. Zena's out of money, I think. It's a tiny trickle of funds coming in here, barely enough to build a stalker at a time. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So game 1 going to Sharkbot, unless some
Well done, Sharky.
crazy crash happens. Yeah,
Shark
Sharkbot
race, I should say.
also a bit unpredictable with its cheeses. You know, I mean, in the notes it says Zena's the cheesy, unpredictable one. But Sharkbot has been known for seasons to do the unexpected. We'll see proxied oracles. We'll see things like this. Yeah, definitely has a lot of cheeses in his repertoire, I think.
Yeah, that's the scary thing about Sharkbot is that it is one of the best macro bots in the entire game, but it can also pull out the craziest cheeses as well. So,
But
you gotta
cheeses
be ready for
while at
everything.
macros. Yeah.
Yeah, it can do both or at the same time or one or the other.
Oh, let us know in the poll. Who do you want to win? We've got that little poll up in the chat. Hey, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hopefully you're having fun. This is our second best of 3 in our group here. So after this, I guess actually after that, we have now seen all 4 bots in our group play. So we're going to see who moves on to face Phobos in the next round. It's going to be one of these two. Sharkbot just needs to get one more win to move up into that winner's match, and then one win from there will secure him a spot into the top 4. We're going to have our top 4 after just 3 weeks. Is that? No. I'm sorry. We'll have 2 of our top 4 after 3 weeks. And then next week, we'll have our top 4 because we're going into Group B next week.
Yeah, 2 group stages. Both will knock out 2 players, and then it'll leave us with our final 4.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I like this format so far. It really seems to be panning out nicely.
Yeah, we're not throwing the new bots to the wolves. I like that they go through qualifying stage, get to play each other.
Yeah, feels
Figure
more
out who the best
incremental.
qualifier is, and then give them a shot at the big boys.
Definitely. All right, well, I think we're just about ready. Game is just about loaded up. If you haven't, make sure you hit that little thumbs up button below us. Get more people in here. Get us some visibility on YouTube. It definitely helps us out a lot. So if you like what you see, do hit that button. All right, game 2, Zena versus Sharkbot here on ProBots.
What will the
Let's
dice
go.
roll for the race this time?
We'll see.
Zena. Sharkbot.
Yeah, I like the difference in their portraits as well. You got like a Zena stick figure, and then like a roided out Sharkbot.
Well, wasn't that what was that cartoon? Wasn't there like a Roid Sharks cartoon? Yeah, I know it wasn't called Roid Sharks.
Sounds
What was
like
it
something
called?
that should exist.
There was
if
like
it doesn't
they were
already.
like superhero sharks or something. Oh, God, what was it called?
All right, looks like the same strategy as Sharkbot. This time he's facing a Terran, however.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zena getting Terran. Does that even matter? Because I don't think Sharkbot cares. I think Sharkbot was just gonna do this no matter what.
Yeah, there's some stronger weapons versus cannons for Terran. like siege tanks. You know, we still got the old style 14 range cyclone. That's really good at poking these things down.
Because of the 3 probes, how good are you at counting? Like, can you keep track of all the probes?
Let's find out.
Well, again, the long distance cannon rush here. We'll see a gateway coming up behind this. And yeah, Sharkbot's just looking to aggressively cheese his way into the winner's match here. There's the gateway. All right, Zena, if ball is in your court, what are you going to do? What would be good against this, do you think? Tanks?
Yeah, I would love to see some sort of you don't want to be running Marines into stalkers and shield batteries, that's for sure. So I'd love to see a factory at some point. But that does mean he needs to take gas, and he hasn't done so. Okay, so there's going to be a whole bunch of Marines. This will be tough for Zena.
I think a factory is almost essential to holding something like this.
I mean, you get a whole bunch of Marines and you stutter step forward, maybe. Because there's
have
not going to
to
be much
win,
firepower.
though,
There'll be
with that.
batteries, but there'll only be like maybe 2 stalkers and 2 cannons. I don't know.
Tank stops it in its tracks because you can't progress into the tank fire. You can't build in tank fire. So, you know, that's just going to, in my mind, that's just the obvious better choice. But
Yeah. I have to say, I do like how Zena's not being like willy-nilly about it. Like, let me just build a little bit of this and a little bit of that. No, he's saying like, I'm fully dedicated to Marines to the word of the points where I'm not even going to build a gas geyser.
that's good. You
But
have to do that. Yeah, to break something like this, you have to commit for sure.
I don't
First
like that he's
blood.
throwing away his initial Marines, though. You really want to keep those alive. Go in there with a nice group of like 15 Marines and see if you can get the job done.
How has
this
he
many
lost?
barracks, it won't take long.
How has he lost 150 minerals? He only lost 1 Marine.
100 minerals to canceling the command center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is that exactly 100?
75% of the cost in this 400. So, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Oh no, he dragged out 3 more Marines. This is not the way you want to do it.
Don't do it.
Oh, and the 4th Marine got dragged out as well. Yeah, I mean, this had potential, right? You go out there with 20 Marines at once. You might be able to surprise them. Yeah.
Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, that hurts, doesn't it, Zena? All right, here we go. Better spot here. Might catch the stalker. Nope, not quite.
But is he like baiting him in again? He is.
On down.
Only 1 Marine this time at least, but still, it's... Oof.
Now, we're going to need to see a huge ball of Marines before we see a commitment into the cannons, because, yeah, you just have to wipe it out in one go. You can't, like, poke and then come back later. With no medevac healing, just unupgraded Marines, you better have a big ball, and you better go with all of them, not just a little half of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this logic is. Like, leave some behind, send some out.
Oh, yeah, he's just bleeding Marines. Oh, that is a dirty little choke point there. Oh, the pylon funneling them up for the cannons just to eviscerate them. Stalkers, oh, they're playing with fire, but they're not afraid. They're gonna try to bait more Marines down into this.
If it was possible to break this Marines, I think the window's already closed. You just, too many got thrown away. I do like how that we know the Nexus is only for overcharging now. Last game, we weren't too sure what its purpose was. This time, we know, no, that's overcharge only.
Yeah. Well, more Marines are grouping up here. Big army supply lead for Zena.
I mean, if he stays at the top of the ramp and he starts getting stalker kills, then maybe he'll be able to pull up enough Marines.
Almost got one. Yeah,
as long as he doesn't keep getting dragged out like he was before, then this could work out okay.
Yeah. Well, the only way he's going to get stalker kills is if there's enough stalkers to block the other stalkers like that from retreating. There we go. Oh, nice. I think he's targeting the low health ones too.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Every time he pokes up the ramp, he loses hit points, so...
That's good.
You know, you can't shield batteries can't put hit points back into those things. Okay, maybe this isn't over.
Sharkbot's getting closer. I don't know. These shield batteries are starting to get pretty close to the Terran front line here. Even if a stalker dies here or there, that's not a huge deal. We're only making one at a time anyway, so. Okay, maybe don't lose that many that quickly.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, he's going with everything. Okay.
There we go. Nope, not everything.
But still, he's down to 2 stalkers.
More.
This could be okay. At least drain the batteries some.
Nah, there's too many cannons and shield batteries too far back. There's no way. They're not even going to get to that first cannon. This is too much of a weird Sim City of shield battery shenanigans.
Yeah, he does fall back to their cannons. Okay, if he kept the fight at the front where the dried out cannons were, maybe.
That first cannon doesn't even fall. Takes a little bit of hull damage, but that's not enough. I don't know. I think Zena's in trouble. It's not obviously not over yet, and Zena still has the army supply advantage. But again, it's like Jaws right now. It's like getting closer and closer with those shield batteries.
I'm not calling it. I mean, Sharkbot is only on one base this time. Like, he's destabilizing with one probe. And this ramp fighting is really, really good for Zena.
So what is that base
If he gets
placement?
time to pull up to like 50 Marines, like just sit on that ramp until you hit 50. Then I don't have a lot of belief in this defense here. Notice soccer goes down.
What is this base positioning this time out of Sharkbot?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Nexus is purely for overcharging, just based on where he placed it.
Huh. I wonder if that's just like a map causing this issue or something. Like on any other map, it would be mining and have the have the bases taken there. Careful, stalkers. Right, here we go. More and more Marines are grouping up this time.
I'm not sure if there's a transition being planned, but Zena is mining gas.
Until one siege tank on the high ground. This whole thing is pushed back so far.
Why does Zena have so much money? Is he not building Marines at all times? He is, isn't he?
Maybe the lack of a
Time,
natural
okay.
has slowed things down.
Yeah,
Zena's
I guess
expected
on
to
one
have a
base you can
second.
do like seven racks, and that's before speed mining. So 4 racks probably wasn't enough. But that doesn't mean he'll have longevity. Even after he runs out of minerals, he'll still have a bank of minerals to deal with.
There you go. Playing the long game here. Wants to reserve those resources.
I really don't like these fights are really good for Zena.
Yeah, there's blink out now though. I don't think Zena with unupgraded Marines can ever take it. There was maybe a little window where all the Marines could have pushed down, but I do think that window is pretty much closed. There's like a little gap for Zena's fingertips to go through the window, but Sharkbot could just then slam it down and cut the fingers off.
I mean, if neither bot is going to expand, does Zena even have to break it? Can he just sit at the top of his ramp and just kill all the stalkers as they come up?
Nah,
Well,
well,
he is
in theory,
bleeding
yes,
Marines now,
but yeah, now he's starting to bleed Marines. With the blink and the shield batteries, though, the stalkers have way more longevity than these unupgraded Marines. There's no combat shield, there's no medevacs, nothing.
There's no high ground vision either. Just stop poking down with your Marines. That's the only time he loses Marines, every time he does that. But every time stalkers go up on the ramp, at minimum he's losing hull damage.
One of those cases of over microing, I'd say. Wow, it's still pretty even. Sharkbot is finally taking the army supply lead here, and yeah, I just don't see any way Zena can do it. There's almost more stalkers than Marines now.
Yeah, it's those Marines poking down the ramp is killing them.
I think there are more stalkers than Marines now. Oh,
What's the
close.
units
Might
lost
choose
look
one.
like, I wonder? We can bring that up.
Oof.
Oh yeah, so yeah, he's losing so many Marines from just stepping down the ramp. That's too bad. Because otherwise, I could see Zena winning this. Otherwise, I think like it looks over, but I don't think it would have been it. Because these high ground fights are just so good for him. Ah, yeah, he's just bleeding. Oh well. I mean, Zena has a good.
These stalkers doing? They're just doing the conga line down at the bottom of the ramp, just doing a little circle.
Yeah, they are circling. That is funny.
Great. All right. Well, this is all but over here. It was a good attempt at a Zena to hold, but yeah, just the Marines just
mining, that's
trickling to their
significant
death.
too out of Sharkbot now. So the longevity is in Sharkbot's favor as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we can speed this up
Can
on
you
up.
just
It's gonna be a
recall
quick 2-0
probe?
for Sharkbot.
Did you see that? Probe's recalled from the right to something. Oh, now they're coming back across the map. Yeah, those things right there. All right, well, game 2 will go to Sharkbot. We've got our next matchup. We're going to have Phobos versus Sharkbot to decide which bot will move on and be our first bot in our round of 4.
Phobos
Exciting.
versus Sharkbot, yeah.
So I was looking at the bracket. No bot has been able to make it past basically one round. So all the new bots got eliminated like in the first round. All the bots that moved on to the next round got eliminated that next round. So then all these bots that have now moved on, we've seen now BenBot and Zena both get knocked down into the lower bracket. So we're going to have those two duking it out in just a little bit, and one of those two bots will get eliminated. But first, we're going to have our first winners match. We're going to do Phobos versus Sharkbot. Now that we've seen all 4 bots play, again, doing GSL group style stage here. And yeah, that's about it. I just, whenever we're ready, we've seen what these bots have. We've talked about their updates. I'm ready to watch them play.
Yeah. Like, Phobos is brand new to me, so we'll see how this works out against Sharkbot. Sharkbot was willing to do that cannon strategy versus a random bot, which means he's probably happy to use it versus any other race.
Yeah, that
so we'll
might
see
just
if it's going to be
be
a cannon contain versus Reaper Hellion drop. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of a smart way to, if you can pull it off, it's a smart way to get into the finals, into the final 4, because then no one knows what to expect. You could have special builds saved just for the final 4, and now you kind of know who you're going to go. Because I think we're going to have one more update stage for the final 4, right? Or is this it?
There might be one more update for the final 4.
Usually we do 2 updates, and I know this was our first one here, right?
Not sure. I think this is the 3rd update, if you include the entire tournament.
Is it?
But yeah, Drek usually prefers more updates than less. We'll put it that way. So I'm guessing there's probably going to be one more before the final 4.
There will be one more. There we go. I was
Yeah.
waiting for somebody to whisper in my ear. One more update. So after the group here. So anyway, that just kind of reinforces my point. Sharkbot could be saving his really good builds for the final 4 for someone like Micro Machine or Ketrock or Tier. You know, it all depends who he's going up against.
This could be the really good build, though. I don't think I've seen this before. And like, how many bots defend Cannon Rush by just pulling workers to attack the cannon? Like, that's not going to work against Sharkbot, who's like surrounding it with pylons now.
Yeah. All right, well, let's find out here. We're going to see what Phobos can do. Again, this is Phobos' debut run here as a Terran going up against Sharkbot, our cheesy Protoss. And let's go ahead and hop into it. Our next best of 3. Let's go.
Phobos. Sharkbot.
All right. Here we are on Royal Blood. We have now seen a little bit of all these bots and what they have to offer in Group A. Who do you think's going to take our first spot, our first round of 4 spot?
I got to go with Sharkbot. He's looking super powerful. Looks like he's brought something brand new. Was that Gateway? Or that's a Gateway. Okay, yeah, so we're not seeing the craziness of last series. He's going to have something different going on.
He does know that it's up against Phobos, because we saw in the chat there, good, hello Phobos or whatever he said. So yeah, there could be a very specific versus Terran build programmed in here that Sharkbot has been saving for us. And yeah, there you go. We see a little bit of his cheekiness doing the assimilator gas steal. Phobos doesn't seem to care though. Maybe just waiting until an army unit's out. Usually you just wait till that first Marine's out, unless you really need that gas, in which case you'll pull some SCVs or something. But
yep, I have code written in my bot specifically because of Sharkbot's gas stealing. It's super annoying
to block it. Well, all you got to do is put a worker in the way, right? Is that, or how do you do it? How do you block it?
Yeah, you can push a worker against the geyser. That's what I do as a human. That's harder to do as a bot.
Oh, really?
Basically, with my bot, like if one gas is stolen, no matter what my build order is, my next building I'm building is another gas. So if he steals one gas, I make sure I take the one I have left. Because when he takes both, then you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, well, then you're committed to Marines or something.
Yeah.
That's it.
Especially at the beginning of your build order is kind of hard-coded. It's like, okay, I'm going to build a factory after my barracks. And it's like, no, you don't have any gas.
Now you're not.
Now you're stuck. You're not building anything.
All right. Well, yeah, we don't see a lot of bots doing things specifically like that to, you know, throw a wrench in the other bots' gears. We do see, like, BenBot does the little bunker contain. You know, we saw that last series, things like that. But not a lot of bots do anything outside of normal, like Reaper harass or, you know, something like that, I don't think. Which is, you know, it's kind of nice to see out of Sharkbot.
As you say that, a harassing Reaper just kills 2 probes. But
Yeah, that's why I brought him up as the example here. Perfect.
Yeah, very
example.
nice. Gets a full scout, gets a couple worker kills, gets out alive. Yeah. You can't ask for anything more out of your initial Reaper.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, this is looking a lot better. Phobos seems to be moving a little bit faster this game. I don't know.
Yeah, but Phobos has to stay alive because that... Okay, I was about to say, that's a 1-basing Protoss, but there is an expansion. It just got thrown down now.
Yep.
So, yeah, looking great for Phobos. He's ahead on expansions, got a couple worker kills.
Needs to get that gas out of the main, though. Phobos is going to need to take that gas, I would imagine, sometime soon.
Yeah, interesting. Nothing on the production tab, and he's pooling up a ton of minerals. So
I wonder if that broke him.
What's happening? Yeah. He might be trying to build the gas, and he can't go to the next step until he takes that gas.
Well, you can see... Whoa, what's going on here? Oh. Yeah, I think something's broken. I think we can safely say things are not going as planned here. The orders have been scrambled. They're all getting...
I think all those SCVs are trying to build a command center, and they're all being blocked by the other SCVs or something along those lines.
Wow.
Well, now we know why Phobos does 2 base all-ins. The third base is a work in progress.
Now, yeah, we don't know that this is because of the gas. This could just be... This could have happened anyway. But
yeah, it could be related.
I don't know. I'm a little... Part of me wants to just blame it on that gas. Because I saw that there was another SCV sitting on the 3rd gas down in the natural, looking like, yeah, right there, you see it. And it was moving around earlier. Yeah, it's being selected. You can see a little selection ring every now and then on it. So I wonder if it's like, I need to build a gas. Oh, but I can't because this is gas 3, but you haven't built gas 2. You know, it could be something as simple as that. Oh, man.
Yeah, I remember like a lot of bots kind of broke the same way when maps came out that had rich gas geysers. Our APIs didn't understand what rich gas was, so as soon as our bot got to the point where there was a rich gas, it would stop being able to take gas.
What is
like,
this?
There's other gases, but I want to take this one first, and this one doesn't seem to work for some reason.
That's the hard part about a bot is they can't, at least at this point, they can't infer like a human can, where, oh, this one looks like the other gas, therefore I'll treat it like a gas, you know?
Yeah.
You have to very much tell your bot how to handle it. Well,
yeah, every unit has like an ID, and Blizzard labeled it stable IDs, which is almost ironic because they keep changing the IDs on us. They're not stable at all.
Yeah, not at all.
So I think that rich gas was like a changed ID or something.
Yeah, and it's one of the hard parts of being a bot author. You got to keep up with all that.
Yeah. I was just saying, still a few workers mining, but still not producing anything beyond normal.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Colossus drop into the SCV chaos. This is beautiful. Every Colossus' dream right here.
Yeah. This is doing better than the single Hellion killing the stream of workers.
How did we get to this point?
10 unanswered kills so far. I love it. I bet when one's left, he'll be able to place a command center.
Oh.
Nope.
Not even dies. Oh, he did!
Yeah. Bug solved. All you need is a Colossus to break out of the bug.
There you go. Good job, Sharkbot, helping out his opponent here. Yeah, that's going to do it. Nice Colossus drop to finish this game off in style.
He sends all the other workers over there.
Oh, my God.
Attempt 2.
We got this. No. No, Sharkbot. Phobos cannot stop this. This has definitely been the most entertaining game, I think, of our tournament so far. I really want to see this Colossus drop up against a normal situation. I want to see if it can handle, like maybe it can pick off some Marines from an army or get behind the mineral line. There's so much potential for special tactics like this with Colossus drops that we do not see a lot of bots do. Again, that's one of Sharkbot's kind of specialties, is these off the beaten path strategies like Colossus drops.
Yeah, like there's no bot more has more in his repertoire than Sharkbot, I don't think. Even all the other top bots.
Tier is up there. Tier has a lot of different.
Tier has more cheeses, I would say, but like, I don't think Tier ever does stuff with like.
Tier's been building that cheese library.
Like that, yeah. The cheese library's been going on since like Brood War for him.
Yeah,
I think he was making Brood War bots way back in the day.
Yeah.
So this orbital actually fixed the bug at the third as well. He landed it there and it split up all the SCVs again.
That was great. Okay, well, first game goes to Sharkbot. That was I think our quickest game of the tournament so far too. It was very fast. A little unfortunate. Always sad when a bot does not work according to plan. When it gets a little bit buggy and just gets stuck like that, it can definitely be frustrating as a bot author. But that's the risk you take using a newer bot. You know, one that you haven't worked out all those little kinks yet necessarily, because you just haven't had it working long enough.
And this bug has probably shown up like 50 times on the ladder and he just hasn't noticed. But when it shows up in a ProBots match, you notice, and then you get that fixed.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There's nothing more productive than seeing like your bots suck in ProBots.
It's always when it happens, because you'll see the games you lose on ladder, like, oh, I lost because of this little thing or that little thing. But yeah, you miss that one or however many where this happens. And then all of a sudden it gets highlighted. And it's unfortunate, but hey, it happens.
Yeah. I feel like you're right, though. I think it was the gas steal that did it. Because even before he started clustering at the third, he was still pooling lots of resources and only building SCVs and nothing else. So, yeah, there was something broken before the obvious thing at the third base.
Oh, somebody asking the style. Yeah, we'll talk. We've got a little break coming up, and then we'll talk after the break more about how this tournament works in case anybody's just tuning in and all that. But basically, it's like GSL. That's all you got to know. All right, game number 2 here, Sharkbot versus Phobos. Let's get into it. Woo. Right into it.
We got a proxy.
Phobos.
Of course.
So don't have to worry about third base when you're proxying.
Well, I thought I just assumed Sharkbot.
It could be Sharkbot too. We'll see. Maybe both of them.
I don't know. Sharkbot's doing something standard this time, I think, again. Probably Gateway, just up at the ramp. Gressvan. Did we ever figure out what Gressvan is?
I do not know. But it looks like it's going to be a 2-Rax out of Phobos.
About 1,000 years ago, humans swore that they would only borrow the gods' power from magic and renounce the Suras. Gressvan became one of the planets that was destroyed in retaliation. Vishnu's protection from some show or something.
So vanished to Phobos then, as a moon, you should know a lot about planets.
Well, I think this is a made-up planet. I only know about some made-up planets.
Well, there's the gas steal, so luckily Marines don't require gas. But will it break the bots again?
If you're not going for gas, I don't think it matters as much. Yeah, it shouldn't break your bot if you're not even including that. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if Phobos does try.
Yeah.
Take that or something.
If you're trying to mass Reapers, then gas is the bottleneck. I'm not sure if this is just one Reaper, then Marines, or it's supposed to be Mass Reaper. Okay, it's supposed to be Mass Reaper, so that gas steal is actually going to be huge for him.
Yeah, you can see the minerals already starting to pile up a little bit. Yeah, I think that second gas is supposed to be taken.
Yeah, but nothing looks terrible for Phobos. He's building supply depots when he needs it. He's still building Reapers. If he expands when he hits 400 minerals, then I think there's nothing broken as of yet, which is good.
Ooh, nothing in the main.
Yeah, nice. Like it's like the earliest Reaper you can get, so I would expect to see some kills here.
Don't be too afraid, Phobos. You can get in there. Get in there and get some shots off.
That gateway is chrono boosting. You want to do it fast. Your window
Don't be scared.
Running out. And here comes the stalker now.
Okay, here we go. Second Reaper. Oh, yeah, Stalker's out just in time, though.
All right, I think I did see first blood there. One probe did go down.
Of the Stalker animation when it gets hit by a grenade. Oh, we got a probe. Nice.
Yep, 3
Nice
probes
snap
now.
off. Oh, a second. 3. Yeah. Oh, wow. We got a third one. I didn't even notice that.
And here comes the third Reaper.
Oh, this could get dangerous. We might see the avalanche of Reapers overwhelm Sharkbot here. We'll see if enough Stalkers can come out. 2 are producing at a time, and with a shield battery, the Stalkers can definitely stand and fight, but can they keep up with the Reapers? That's going to be the hard part. If the Reapers pull them out of position, then other Reapers could get into the mineral line and be on one base. Sharkbot cannot lose that many workers. He needs to be very careful.
But something's going on the other side of the map as well. There's a... Was it just a probe?
Oh, he's got a Zealot.
Oh, there's Zelda in there. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, wow. How many? 3 kills now on the Zealot. Zealot's getting some heavy work done. SCVs are poking it to death very slowly, but not all of them. Only a few SCVs decided to fight, so the Zealot will persist for a minute more. Reapers are not going to be able to take this fight. There are too many Stalkers now. Okay, the Zealot did get cleaned up.
Yeah, and unfortunately this builder is reliant on having 2 gas. He's trying to mass Reapers and go into factory, and since he only has 1 gas, he's now, look at his mineral count. He's at 1,300 minerals in the bank because he's trying to build all this gas-heavy stuff.
Yeah,
So,
this gas was a huge deal.
Yeah, up to 4 Stalkers now, so worker kills aren't going to be too impactful.
Well, I think Sharkbot's got this one in the bag then. If things continue down this path, you know, there is a starport on the way. But just being, yeah, like you said, bottlenecked on that 1 gas is so painful when you're trying to tech up like this. But factory now, starport, you need gas. You need it.
How many factory and starport units can you build after you built like 12 Reapers, right? That's like 600 gas down the drain. Yeah. Not down the drain, but like not spent on the factory.
Well,
units.
so far it's kind of been down the drain. He's only lost Reapers. I think he got a few worker kills, but
I got a good
nothing's. Yeah, 9. Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty good. All right, that's all right.
Yeah,
Not enough though. It's not enough.
like if Phobos expanded as soon as you hit 400 minerals, then I would say yeah, that was probably good enough. But yeah, without an expansion, Sharkbot's I think he's just gonna roll over him in a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Hey, good attempt. I like that Phobos also has some aggressive builds. Ooh, it has a fallback. We've got a second base and another gas.
Yay.
Look at that. Redemption gas. Let's see. Let's go. Let's get some units out.
Yeah, I mean, Sharkbot's not expanding, right? So
Yeah.
yes, he can A-move to victory right now, but will he? And can the Reapers like keep him on the defense team if he wants to?
Oh, yeah, the Reaper.
Yeah.
Reaper keeps him at home, yeah. Whoa, get out of there.
Yeah. I do like the micro on the Reapers though. I like their ability to path around the main base, you know, to avoid damage, jump out when they need to repair.
Oh yeah, Phobos has had some great unit control. A little bit of not so great here and there, but in general, I'd say the micro has been pretty solid out of Phobos.
He's trying to mine gas to the command center is not complete. You
Oh,
see
no.
the SCVs are like going back and forth like they're mining, but they're not mining.
So funny.
And yeah, unfortunately, it does look like looks like that attack is coming across the map now.
Oh,
And
right
I
as
think
the
a handful
gas
of
starts
Marines
coming in.
Or maybe he's just chasing the Reaper. He might just be chasing the
Oh.
Reaper. Okay, no, he's still okay. Still has time.
Not much. But actually, Phobos now has more army supply. AF, the second base can really get established. Wow, the gas goes down. Things are reestablished. Phobos, I don't know what happened. Something knocked him on the head and brought him to his senses. Finally, Phobos is just is moving up in the world. Is finally got more gas. Has got units coming out, tanks. We should be seeing some starport units soon. That's awesome. What a turnaround here.
We got a game here.
I thought it was over.
Yeah, Sharkbot definitely has the army advantage at the moment, but Phobos has been mining from his natural longer. He solved his gas issue. Sharkbot has expanded himself, so it's not like a one base or die situation.
What happened? Both bots finally just decided to play correctly. They're like, all right, we'll play a normal game now. Oh, needs to be careful. Don't lose that medvac.
Yeah, Medvac's trying to find a way in, but he's being tracked pretty well by the stalkers and observer.
Oh, oh, good night.
It almost looked like the warp prison picked it up.
I know, right? Yeah, the graphics are set lower so we don't have the explosion. I don't know about that. That's pretty ballsy. Well, actually, yeah, okay. With the army here, he's gonna be able to. I thought the Marines were just gonna target it down and kill it right as it built there, but never mind.
I think it can generate hit points faster, and the Marines can kill it anyway. So
yeah, probably.
That's a lot of Marines.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Our first big
out.
skirmish.
Yeah.
The ramp advantage does go to Sharkbot. Not a lot of vision other than the Viking, which is getting pushed back a little bit. The Immortal just gung-hos it onto the tank. The Marines are able to pull back enough to give him an arc and actually kill pretty much all of Sharkbot's army.
Yeah, the Immortal is focusing Marines. The Marines are microing perfectly. I love the way that they're stepping back in a nice little arc there while still protecting the tank. Yeah, that was a beautiful fight. I don't think he deserved to win that, just based on the compositions, but he microed his way to victory. And that's a denied third and a big threat on the natural. This is spelling a lot of trouble for Sharkbot.
Yeah, I think this has actually just been turned around, and we're going to go to another race match.
Yeah, I do see a Robo Bay, so maybe a Colossus or a Disruptor could change things. Here's a Colossus.
Well, if you have support
with range.
For the Colossus, maybe.
Yeah.
There's Viking out. That's all he needs for the Colossus.
That's true. Viking and the War Prism are both... or Colossus and War Prism are both now good versus a Viking.
Oh, wow. Actually, this is the most beautiful choke point that the Colossus could have ever hoped for. We'll get a ton of Marine kills. But the army is still 62-11, even with that entire slaughtering of...
If that Stalker can shoot the Viking, then the Colossus can go to work. Although siege tanks, you can't really jump on either without the War Prism.
That was it's a good attempt. Sharkbot definitely dances and maneuvers really well to buy time and to definitely make these fights last a long time. Where, you know, if there was proper support for the Colossus, it would be doing really well and it would actually take the fight. But
let's highlight the Colossus before it dies. I want to see the kill count. 32 kills and counting. It's all going to be for knots, but yeah, very nice. 4 siege tanks pushing into the main base now. They might have a vision issue. We have an overcharged battery as well. That'll keep that Colossus alive pretty well. But the Medivacs and Ravens are giving vision. No problemo. Yeah, I love the army micro out of Phobos. That's one thing that Spot has really down pat. We saw it against Benbot PC and now against Sharkbot as well.
All right, well, this is just a matter of time. Sharkbot's Colossus getting killed. Are we going to get up to 100? That's the question I want to know. We'll get 100 kills before this game is over. This will go to Phobos. There's no way that Sharkbot can come back and win. But he is going to make a Valiant last stand and get as many Marine kills under his belt.
I did find out that a Colossus can't kill a auto turret. The auto turret will expire before the Colossus does enough damage.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's just so bad against it.
Right, slow but steady. There goes the Robo.
Maybe speed this. We'll fast forward this a little bit here. We got a lot of games tonight.
70 kills.
Killing more Marines. Zap, zap, zap. More Marines dead. Zap, zap, zap.
82.
83, 84, 86, 90. Come on, 100. 100. Woo! We got 100 Marines. 109.
Just the game.
Didn't even
the game
die.
ends with the Colossus alive.
Hero Colossus there. All right, we're going to an ace match. Sharkbot will not go down without a fight, as you can see there. He is not going to be an easy bot to finish off. And again, whoever wins this next match will go on into our round of 4. Will be the first bot to secure a place. Loser's going to go down and await their opponent because we've got another best of 3 between who was it? Zena and Benbot coming up after this one. But that'll be after the break and all that. So we're going to get our ace match loaded up here. We have to wait a whole minute. Is that you're going to make me wait a minute for my ace match, guys? Well, while we've got a minute, everybody check out all the links below me if you've just tuned in. We're doing a GSL-style group stage tournament tonight. We've got Group A this week. We've got our 4 bots that you've seen, Phobos, Benbot, Zena, and Sharkbot. We have not eliminated any just yet. That'll come after the break. And then Group B next week, make sure you follow and tune in. Same time, same place here. We've got Tyr, Micro Machine, Kaninana, and Ketrock all coming up.
That's a group of death next week. We have like 3 previous champions. We got all 4 bots are in the top 10. It's a killer group over on that side.
Yeah, it's a doozy. Is tier random? No, tier is Terran. Yeah, Terran. So it'll be a
yeah.
Terran versus Terran, and then Zerg versus Terran. So a lot of Terrans, in this tournament here. Yeah, Phobos, Benbot. Wow, a lot of Terrans. All right. Well, we've got game.
Yep.
Huh?
Go right ahead. I see the
Oh,
timer.
yeah. Game 3's ready. Let's go.
Phobos. Sharkbot.
All right, double cheese. Here we go.
Are they cheesing each other? Oh
yeah.
Wow,
So
let's
it
go
looks
out and
like the T-Rex again, and I guess it's going to be against the cannon thing.
Yeah, he's got to be doing his cannon right. It's such a strong cheese. I can't see him doing something else. Well, I don't know. I say that he built a pylon
yeah, that's
really
far away.
That's
Yeah.
like proxy Stargate distance.
Could be, yeah.
And a pylon up at the right. Okay, so this is a different cheese. What is Sharkbot doing? Okay, I think this is just to pull workers and create some chaos, make him think that a cannon rush is coming, right? And then he'll come in. No, it is a gateway. Okay, so just a zealot proxy. And I guess that is a safer location. While it is a little bit further away, it's way less likely to be scouted. It's so off the pathing, you really have to go out of your way and specifically scout that location.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I
Both
mean, you
bots
need a
doing
lot
that.
of
That's
quick
so
early
fun.
units, and just building that pylon in his base and forcing all his SCVs to be pulled. That's exactly what you want to happen when you're going 3 gates.
Oh yeah, it gives you a nice little advantage here. And yeah, here we go again. So my favorite part is how they both build the proxy in that same location with that idea of hey, he'll never scout over here, while they also don't scout over there. Like,
So
if you have that thought, your opponent could probably have it too. Oh wait, does he see it?
here's the problem though: Reapers
Oh, no,
beat
I
Zealots,
didn't see it. What
especially
did he
with
see?
bot micro. So the Zealots will get in there first. Sharkbot has more money because he's not pulling workers, but I think it's going to come down to the fact that Reapers they won't even take any damage from Zealots.
Oh yeah, it's
They're
not
faster.
Even a
they got
contest.
the range.
Yeah, it's not even a contest. Will the Zealot pull him home? That's my question.
Oh,
Give
yeah,
it
that's
flavor
true.
of
No,
money.
they're both committing, which they should be. So good decision making on both sides there. Oh, what's going on with this Reaper?
Oh,
Reaper
the
can't decide
probe!
left or right, left or right. Okay, there we go.
Oh, the probe had him on the ropes. What the hell? What
Every
was
game
that?
frame, he was changing his mind which direction he wanted to go.
Oh my god,
That's very hilarious.
man, that
All right,
probe
Zealots
was
are in there. It's still that distraction pylon keeps popping up. Oh, the Reapers are actually coming back to defend. That's interesting.
Yeah, okay, that was curious.
So
if
that
they
will
would do
work. I
that.
would have loved to see him wipe out the SCV line first, then come back to defend.
He's gonna get a lot of SCV kills here. He might even get
Not a
that
problem.
supply depot. That would be nice to do a little bit of a not a supply block, but it is gonna slow down Phobos a bit.
Yeah, what are the Reapers doing? Are they? Oh, they're just taking a long time to kill the Zealots. Okay.
Oh, there's Zealots keeping him busy in the middle of the map. That's why.
Yeah.
Because the Zealot pops out and it's kind of pushing him away a little bit.
So yeah, here's the problem. He didn't wipe out the probe line. So if Phobos is able to, or if Sharkbot's able to transition to Stalkers, then this game's over. But
Yep,
if he stays on
I-
Zealots, then I could still
predicted
keep
it.
going either
He's
way,
a-
right?
He's already got Stalkers popping out. You predicted it.
Is he? Okay, yeah. Then
Yeah.
this is gonna
It's
be
over.
a lot of trouble.
Wow, that was so. This was like a game of rock paper scissors, a little bit. the Zealots coming out to threaten the threaten the Terran here, but then the Reapers threaten the Zealots. And now the Stalkers come out and threaten the Reapers, and there's no more minerals. That's the checkmate. There's no economy for Phobos to one up the Stalkers now.
Yeah.
He would need tanks or something, Marauders. Well, you know, the Reapers. If he had like one more, I think he could pick off the Stalkers with really good Reaper micro. Four Reapers can take on a Stalker.
Yeah. And it was okay to lose everything to the Zealot rush as long as you were on the other side of the map killing all the probes. The fact that there's a full one base economy for Sharkbot just kind of means this game's over. But if you wiped out the probe line, then came back with the Reapers, that's a whole different story. Command Center did find an interesting place to land. I don't think that'll be scouted anytime soon. So a little
Come back.
spec. Oh,
Oh,
never mind. It has to
you
immediately get
jinxed him.
scouted.
Oh wait, no, it's out of vision. Wait, did he see it? I don't.
I think he saw it, right?
No.
Yeah,
Oh, he did. Okay, yeah. I thought he was just out of vision.
But sometimes when your bot's doing cheese, it's not really smart at transitioning. Yeah, these zealots are just hanging out in the main base.
Yeah, that's interesting because he did see it. So why didn't they? That's why I thought he didn't see it, was because the zealot just didn't care. Yeah, well, this is what happens. You got to be careful when you cheese a cheeser. You might just get cheesed harder back.
Yeah, the Reapers really want to defend. There it is. Okay, here we go.
GG. That's going to do it. All right, we've got our first top 4 finalist. We have got Sharkbot moving on. Has secured his top 4, and I think that even secures his position in next season as well. He will be one of the top 4 finalists for next season. So well done, Sharkbot. Well earned. Phobos is going to be a little BM here, apparently.
The last 4 mules he's dropped has gotten him a total of 25 minerals. Yeah.
No, he's trying. He's desperation mode. And
I think he just lost his last Reaper too, so now there's no more distractions. There we go.
Great series. That was awesome. That was a really, really fun series between those two. Phobos definitely has a lot of potential. There's a lot of... I can see a lot of soul put into that. There's definitely a lot of fun things that we're going to see out of Phobos in the future. Just the fact that it can do a standard game. We already... In just its brief little debut here, we saw standard macro games. We saw cheeses, we saw proxies, we saw all sorts of stuff. Really good unit control. Just a lot of really good stuff out of Phobos. But Sharkbot will take the game with really good build orders and control as well.
And Phobos isn't done yet. I mean, this is still maybe a season. You never know. He's not out of the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Still has a chance to get into the top 4. So, yeah, let's take a look at our bracket. We have had our first 3 upper bracket matches. We are now moving on to the elimination rounds. 2 bots are getting thrown into the scrap pile tonight. We have got BenBot versus Zena coming up next. Loser will be tossed into the scrap pile, joining all those other bots that have fallen. Winner is going to get a chance to go up against Phobos. And then the winner of that series will also get a top 4 spot, which is a big deal. Again, you pre-qualify for the next season if you get in the top 4, and you're guaranteed one of our cash prizes. We do give, what is it? How much did we do for first? 100? 50? 100? Forget.
I think it's like 100, then 50, then 25 for 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
Oh,
perfect.
There
you nailed it. So, yeah, no, it's a big deal to get into this top 4. So this is a big deal tonight for all these bots remaining. But only 1 more will move on, and 2 of these 3 remaining will get knocked out of here. But we're going to go to a quick little 5-minute break and get these matches set up. So thank you, everybody, once again for being here. Thank you, Ketrock, for filling in tonight. Hopefully you're having a good time.
Yeah.
Watching these bots. Are you getting any ideas for if you make it into the top 4? You're going to be able to hopefully come up with some good builds here.
Yeah, I mean,
to deal with Sharkbot.
There is one more update. I might be able to find some time to do something, but
make sure your
Phobos is actually scaring me a little bit. TVT often comes down to like marine tank fights, and the one thing Phobos seems to do really well is know how to engage in those situations. So he's still a little rough around the edges, but I could see Phobos being a serious threat to Terrans in the future.
For sure. All right. Well, again, thank you, everybody, for being here. Again, check out all the links below. We've got some cool stuff. If you're a new bot author, we've got templates available for you. We do extra content if you want more. And if you want to help support ProBots, go to ProBotsAI.com, that website right below me. And go check out AIArena.net. The preseason had just started. They did a new update where they're trying to bring the bot scene up to date with the human scene as far as patches go. And they're working really hard on that. So definitely go check out AIArena.net. It's where all these bots come from, and it's where you can get involved. It's where you can get qualified for ProBots and all that jazz. So check it out. All right, 5-minute break. We'll be back. Make sure you tell all your friends, hit that little thumbs up button, get them all in here, and tell them ProBots is happening. We've got 2 more awesome best of 3s and 2 eliminations happening here tonight. So make sure you stick around, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with our next best of 3s, our Group A of 2 groups. We've got Group A this week, Group B next week. We're doing a GSL-style group stage here where 2 bots are about to be eliminated from our tournament. We already have one bot sitting up in our top four. Sharkbot has moved on, and now we're gonna see who will be joining him. We have got BenBot versus Zena, a Terran versus Random coming up, and then the winner of that will move on to face Phobos. And yeah, one of these three bots will move on. That's it.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Be
Who's your pick for these three? Who's gonna make it through?
I am gonna I'm gonna say BenBot because he plays really solid.
I believe in Zena. He's gonna turn it around.
Hey, production, mute yourselves, by the way. I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. Well, my pick was Zena, is what I was
Zena?
saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I couldn't hear over them.
He's gonna bring the random roll of the dice.
The random is kind of the wild card.
through.
It definitely can take some wins, but I think BenBot's he plays defensively enough that I think BenBot will be able to handle whatever Zena throws at him. Because Zena's not doing anything super cheesy, right?
And the beautiful thing about BenBot, and this has been true for years, is that his build works versus every race.
Yeah.
He can handle the cheese if anyone. He has like a late game macro transition to everyone. You know, you expand somewhat early, you build a lot of defenses. That works versus a lot of different things.
Well, and if you get up to enough battle cruisers, that also works against a lot of different things.
Oh, so. I've been playing around with that recently. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah.
I solved my battle cruiser issues from last season when Eris beat me.
Nice. That would make your composition really strong because you use a lot of Vikings and air units already, so it just kind of makes sense to kind of move into that, right?
Yeah, I think I had Eris's number with the BCs last season, but it just didn't. It wasn't spamming the Yamatos correctly. Like now, like instantly, like every BC, like Yamato is a different target, so it's pretty cool. Yeah,
Yamatos are good spell there. All right, well here's BenBot again, looking real strong. One of our few Java bots,
breaking that 2,000 ELO mark, which puts it along the elites.
Yeah, I think BenBot has got this one. It's gonna be a close match. I think we're gonna go into an ace match. But I think BenBot will be able to. I don't know. As I say, I see Zena's ELO, and Zena is really, really strong. But I don't know. I liked how BenBot was playing. I think he's got a good chance.
He's solid. He doesn't do everything perfectly, but there's no real holes in BenBot per se. He's not going to pull a Phobos and like send 15 SCVs to build a natural base or something.
At least we hope not.
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat who you want to win. I guess you redid the poll there. BenBot or Zena? Who do you want to win? Anyway,
heavy in favor of BenBot for voting so far.
Well, I think it's only one vote. Yeah, unless it changed. Yeah, mine only says one vote.
5 votes to 1 for BenBot.
Oh, really? Why does mine only say one
83%.
vote? 83%. Mine must be broken.
You don't get to see it.
I guess not.
Exclusive to me. Yeah.
You get the updates. I don't. All right. If my calculations are correct, that timer should be very close to 0, and I go off the timer because the timer is law. And since I can't see it, I'm just left to infer. Yeah, I'm doing my best here. But no, this is going to be a great match here. BenBot versus Zena. I'm really excited to see a little bit more out of Zena. I want to see some Zerg. I don't think we've seen a lot of Zerg yet. But again, in the past we have, because Zena was primarily Zerg. But we haven't seen Zerg in a while. It feels like Zena really rolls just Terran and Protoss these days with its random. 20 seconds. I was close. Anyway, we're going to get this rolling up here in just a minute. Before we start, again, these elimination matches, before we kick these bots out of this tournament, make sure you go check out everything below me here. We've got a lot of really cool links. You can even go play against these bots and get ready for our humans versus bots show match. We're going to have more updated bots in a few weeks for you to play against. But until then, you can go get some practice in against bots like Tyr, Micro Machine, Ketrock, some really good bots, Eris. You can definitely get some fun training games in. I think they're better to use than the built-in AI that StarCraft gives you already. So we've already made great strides, I think, in this community. Wow, we're just stuck in limbo, apparently. 22 second. We're frozen in time, Ketrock. We're ready. Okay, screw the timer, apparently, even though I was told we can't start. It says 22. I'm sorry. All right, we're going to start anyway. BenBot versus Zena. Let's go.
one of its authors is Soup Catcher, who is known for Zoe and Evil Zoe. So I feel like Zerg is where this bot was probably at its strongest.
Oh yeah, that's why I was kind of excited to see it, especially up against Benbot. I think this is going to be Benbot's real challenge here. He's going up against Zena's Zerg play.
And if there's like one piece of micro that's the strongest in the Zerg race for bots, it's definitely burrow roaches. So, and that's just exactly the strategy he's going into.
Oh yeah,
the ability for bots to like burrow roaches as they get low in health, regenerate back up, and jump back into the fight again. It's super strong. Something humans can't do.
Oh yeah, no, it's like with Blink, like we saw Alpha Star blinking. It's definitely akin to that, where in the hands of a bot, it's just insane to watch because they're doing all these actions at once. Oh, here's Benbot's little bunker. It gets denied though. The drones having none of that.
Yeah,
canceled. Okay.
Even a little drone micro there to allow all 8 of them to be able to attack the SCV. And perfect timing. As soon as they take it down, they're ready to go right to the expansion. They even all hop on the big mineral patches.
Did Benbot even have a... I don't think Benbot even had a unit coming across for that bunker.
Yeah, that was a little odd because his barracks was not out on the map. Usually...
Yeah, so like why... Maybe he just did it as a mind game type thing.
Yeah, could be. Did lose an SCV for it though, so I'm not sure how successful it was. But... And he's actually going to get an Overlord here. There's 2 Marines in that bunker. That's enough to take down that Overlord before it gets out of range.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Barely. And you did get vision of the expansion, so that's good scouting info. You probably don't want to lose your Overlord that early, but still, you got the important piece of information.
Yeah, the supply block hurts a little bit, though. It is going to slow Zena down just slightly. But here comes that Roach Warren. We're going to have roaches cranking out now. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Because Zena has to wait until a certain time to start cranking out roaches. You're not going to build 1 roach and then 1 more roach. You're going to build a bunch of overlords and then a whole lot of roaches all at once, typically. So, yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, but the question is, how well will this work, right? Like, burrow roach micro out in the middle of the field is great, but this is Benbot. You're not going to be fighting the middle of the field. You're going to be fighting where there's a bunker and 2 missile turrets and a bunch of siege tanks. And burrow roaches are not going to be helpful against that sort of defense. So hopefully Zena has a transition and this isn't just like a 2 base all-in sort of roach play.
I think we'll get into the later game for sure.
I hope so as well.
Zena can definitely handle some later game units, so... There, well, here comes the creep spread making its way out, and yeah, there's more and more units. We're going to have a bit of a slow start here as all the pieces kind of get put into play. We see that burrow starting to be researched, and I'm still waiting to see turrets or any kind of detection other than scan just yet. We do have a starport on the way, so maybe it'll just be a Raven coming out. That's all he needs. You know, you have 1 Raven, and Roach Burrow is pretty much shut down. So...
Yeah, a little surprised. I'm not sure when he gets a missile turret at the front, but I thought he would have had one by now.
Yeah. Well, does he even have an engineering? I don't think he even has an engineering bay yet.
I do not know.
No, he doesn't.
You're correct.
Okay, I'm a little nervous now. This could get out of hand.
I mean, as long as he's capable of scanning when there's burrowed units nearby, I think he'll be okay. You know, it's even with burrow micro, you're pushing 2 full bunkers. That's going to be very difficult. You need a lot of roaches, or it's going to take a really long time of burrowing and unburrowing.
He's got a lot of roaches coming out. A lot are producing. He's at 50 army supply. He's going to have it. He's got 20 roaches at the minimum right now, plus any more that come across the map whenever this gets triggered. Yeah, we're going to even have more than that. Oh, yeah, we better see a Raven very soon out of Benbot. I think we will. I think we're going to get a Raven first. Yeah, gotta be. It's gotta be a Raven. Here it comes. Here comes the roaches. There it is. Raven in production. Will it be in time? I think it will, just barely.
Question, does he even need it though? Like 2 bunkers and a siege tank is so much firepower. We'll have to see like how this fight starts. If all these roaches just instantly burrow because of all the damage. Okay, he does spot it. Marines are pulling back. Here we go.
That is a lot of roaches. Burrow. Oh, burrow movement's not done, so they are going to burrow. You're right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, my God. Look at them crash through, though. 1 bunker goes down. Second one is being repaired. Not as good of surface area on the second bunker. Not as many roaches attacking it.
Yeah, and
think
even
you're
some
right.
of the burrow roaches are dying because of the splash damage of the siege tank, right?
Oh,
because the
you're right,
light roaches
yeah.
are standing over the weak burrowed ones. And here's the Raven finally, but it wasn't. I don't even think it was needed. Nice solid
No, it
wall
wasn't.
makes the siege tank unreachable. Bunker
It
will
almost-
finally drop. No! Oh, he saves
get
it!
Oh,
The siege
the
tank almost blows up
SCVs.
the bunker. Nice hold out of Benbot PC.
This is epic hold. Wow, that was a lot of roaches. That was really scary. Against a human player, like if my platinum ass was sitting here playing against that, I would have just gotten steamrolled.
By the way, I just want to draw
those
attention to the
roaches.
middle of the map with these overlords leading the creep. There's like a whole nother level of creep spread happening on here.
Wow, yeah, look at that. That's a lot of creep.
Yeah.
6 minutes in, already.
This is an all-in 6 minutes in. He's almost covered the whole map in creep. Like it's like it's taking bot creep into the next level as Zena.
You got that APM. You might as well use it.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, what a
So-
hold!
Yeah,
Impressive.
beautiful
stuff.
holds. Third base out of both opponents. Obviously a huge units lost lead for Benbot BC. But well,
That was
okay,
insane.
you know, 2-1. But maybe not as huge as I thought. He did lose 19 SCVs in repairing those bunkers. So yeah, not as big of a lead as I thought for Benbot, but he's certainly in a good spot.
Oh yeah, no, that was definitely a make or break moment. If he hadn't held that, it would have just been game over. So the fact that he held it means he gets to continue on and try to push this sea of creep back that is taking over the entire map. Here comes a little roach force. Anti-armor missile does soften up a portion of them. Yeah, there we go. Get back in the bunker, Benbot.
Yeah, we'll lose the forward bunker again and maybe a couple SCVs, but that's about it.
Yeah, good hold
Yeah.
here. This is a really good defensive spot here against just roaches. Now, if hydras or something were mixed into this, all of a sudden we're in trouble because the hydras can sit at a distance and pick away at the bunker and start to chip it away without necessarily taking as much siege tank damage. And then as soon as a little hole is opened up, then the roaches can go in.
Yeah, and as you say that, the Hydra Den is thrown down. Layer
There
just
it is.
completed. A couple Evo chambers are built. The transition's happening. Fourth base on the way. The entire map is purple. I can't believe it. It's 8 minutes into the game.
I can. I
And
wonder
like,
what's
this wasn't even like a queen heavy opener. He did a roach haul it. Imagine he was doing a macro game.
what's
Oh my
the
goodness.
fastest you could have a creep cover or a map covered in creep, do you think? Like 6 minutes?
Well, there's a trick if you get to layer quickly where you poop creep with the
Overlords?
overlords. And that way, as soon as the creep tumor is available, you can put it to the maximum distance.
Oh, yeah.
Because right now, like when your creep tumor comes off cooldown, it's still expanding. So you either place it and you're not doing maximum distance, or you wait.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Because,
But,
yeah, you have to
um,
wait for the creep to move out. But, oh, clever. Well, there you go. Zerg authors, take note of that. And I
Yeah,
want to see the fastest creep spread possible with some Overlord creep spreading and all that.
yeah. But we thought like Zoe and Aerosped creep fast. Zena is like he's taking it a step further. It's super scary. There's nothing more annoying as a non-Zerg bot author than having to deal with creep tumors creep covering everything.
Well, now
Especially
you
your
can't
expansion
fly.
bases.
Yeah, exactly. You can't fly your expansion over to the 4th now because there's creep all over it. You have to
Yeah,
go and send a squad out to clear it up and then secure it, and then you can take it. It's just adds another layer of just frustration that you have to deal with. Or, well, the Widow Mines are going to hold this back, or the planetary, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe both. A little bit of both.
Yeah, he does have an OCR, so you can see the Widow Mines. But yeah, I mean, Benbot was able to establish a solid 3-base economy, and we know what Benbot can do with a solid 3-base economy. So it's all going to depend on whether Zena can kind of transition and overwhelm, or will this just be like a slow, methodical win for Benbot BC? BCs are very strong versus Hydralisks. You really want the Corruptors for their bonus to massive.
Ooh, an
So
Infestor
a lot
mixed
of free
in.
kills there.
What's that going to do? Not much to fungal here.
Well, I mean, there's always the Neural Parasite option versus the BCs. Kenny Nana is the king of doing that one.
He's getting pathogen glands. I don't think he's getting narrow yet. Yeah, we have seen that, haven't we, out of County Nana?
I forgot what pathogen glands is.
Increases the starting energy by like.
Oh, they still get
so
that?
that way when they, I think so. Yeah, so that way when they spawn, they have enough for a fungal right away.
They took that upgrade away from my beloved Raven, and they kept it on the Infestor. That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
fair. They already got the Vipers that have infinite energy. You just your own
Like that,
you
and
know,
then there's
for your
the-
own bases.
When did the poor High Templar lost it well before the Raven though, didn't it? Remember that?
Oh yeah, but that was insane. Like as soon as they spawn, you could storm.
Amulet.
that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
You
That was
walk in and storm immediately. That was so crazy.
It's a time of beauty. All right, well, here we go. Little Force is trying to push up the ramp here, but the Planetary and Widow Mines are enough to, I guess, scare it back. Xena really doesn't want to commit up into that, but
Ramp, you're all clumped up again. You're facing splash damage, but
it could though. That's enough. I feel like you just dive in there and just gun down the base.
yeah, 2 Widow Mines, PF, siege tank, 2 BCs nearby.
It's risky.
Yeah. Now what
can
bots
at
can
least
do
clear
is
out-
they can go in there and immediately focus fire all the SCVs down,
Yeah, I was gonna
which
say
makes
you
the
could-
planetary like 100 times worse when you can't repair it like a human can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the very least, do that. Yeah, go kill
Yeah.
the SCVs because right now you're just sitting in.
Yeah, don't hover
Battlefield
over battle
fire.
cruisers.
At least
This is-
try to kill something. Oh, Zena. Zena, what is happening? Falling apart a little bit here. All right, well, still maxed out, so it's not that huge of a deal, but still, you do want to do something with your army other than sit under battlecruisers. So.
Yeah, and he does have a hive on the way, so hopefully there's plans for something new coming. Oh, there's the neural parasite.
Okay,
and-
so move, neural.
You know, he's already covered the map in creep, so now he's just thickening the creep. it's just
There
going to
it
be
is.
blue dot.
Neural just finished.
Oh, there he goes. What does he do with them? Is he's
He doesn't have enough Hydras to kill him off. I think he's no, he's not even attacking him. Okay, now he is. The Hydras are attacking the neural battlecruisers, or maybe when they got off.
yeah, maybe when he just got off. Yeah.
Oh, just barely enough Hydra power to kill those. Okay. And Hydras are pretty good against battlecruisers.
I do like the expansions now. We see a 5th, 6th, and 7th base coming out of Xena. So now he can trade as inefficiently as he wants. As long as he keeps Benbot on 3 bases, he'll eventually get there. Benbot's trying to clear up that basic creep, but there's so many creep tumors that he can't do it with
Well,
just
the
like
creep-
single auto turrets.
The creep tumors are getting thicker. In the middle, you can see how more and more are starting to get closer and closer together because he's run out of room to spread creep, so he's got to put them somewhere.
I just saw the first Humato of the game, and it was cast by Xena. Humato
Oh, yeah.
with the neuroparasited BC. Love it.
Epic. Oh, here
I
comes
love how
another
much
one.
effort Zerg bots have put into controlling other bots' units.
It's hilarious. Well, if you're gonna get Nero, you might as well.
yeah.
Well, because it's not that hard because you just cast ability 1, right? Or is it a specific ability that you have to cast?
It's a
for
specific
Yamato?
name.
Oh, okay.
But it's like,
Can't just-
if I'm making a Zerg bot, let me think. I need to decide how to cast storms and where to place them. Like, who thinks
right.
like that? You know, these authors do.
Nice Yamato on the other battlecruiser. Yeah, this is Zena turning things around. Was getting a little bit sloppy with its army control there, just kind of bathing in battlecruiser fire. But it just needed this final piece of the puzzle: the neural parasite and some hydras for good measure.
Yeah.
And
just enough to do the trick. And, you know, I think Benbot's killed about like 40 creep tumors at his 4th base, and he still can't even come close to landing that command center.
oh yeah,
He's just
No doubt.
constantly getting replaced, those creep tumors.
I think this is going to be a war of attrition where Benbot just gets starved out. Zena's not ever
Well, I
going to
mean-
let Benbot break out of here.
He does have 4 BCs here against no Hydras, so
Okay, here's some hydras coming in. Yeah, we need more hydras. Where are the hydras at?
5
Come on.
BCs. Okay, the BC count's getting kind of scary. Let's not count out Benbot yet.
We have seen him win just because he got enough battlecruisers out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
like he has more BCs than there are Hydras. Like this is, and Hydras are even in good numbers aren't good versus BCs. BCs do really good damage versus ground, and Hydras can't cut through the armor of battlecruisers as well.
Upgrades kind of seem stuck at 2-2. Are the hydras getting upgraded anymore? Oh yeah,
Could be
yeah,
on the
that
way,
finish. Yep. Okay.
Oh, he just teleports right into the main base, which is mined out. So maybe we'll get
There we
some-
go. His signature move, teleport in the back.
Oh,
Oh, he goes
Massimo.
straight.
No more
for
neural
the
parasite for you.
Wow. What a
Someone hates
target.
the infestation.
Yeah. Well, he's sick of his battlecruisers getting stolen here. Yeah, look at that. It tries to come up again, and he targets it down immediately. No infestation pit for you. All right, so if you can just clear off these infestors, that'll be it for the neuroparasites. And then these battlecruisers will just reign supreme.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he doesn't attack the BCs while they're knurled, so the knurl's actually not that big of a deal. Like, now he needs to run away, and there's so many queens, he's gonna die. I didn't realize there's so many queens on the field. I guess looking at the mini-map, I should have suspected that, but
yeah,
I never saw them actually joining the fight.
Yeah, they're out for home defense only. Another Neural. Battlecruiser is gonna fly in.
Yeah, and like, Zena keeps sending drones into the main base to build infestation pit, and he keeps losing those drones one after another. Like, there's so many drones that have gone down in the last 2 minutes, probably like 50 plus.
He just attacked the battlecruiser that was knurled with the queens, I think. Maybe the queens only do it. Because it was definitely knurled and its health was going down, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think there's just too many battlecruisers here now. Yeah, again, 200 to 200 supply, but if you can't kill the battlecruisers, that doesn't matter. You know, we're going to start losing economy. We're going to lose our Hydralisk den here. So no more anti-air out of Hydralisks. The queens are going to run out of transfuse energy eventually.
I mean, it is 9 base to 3. Let's keep that in mind. So these BCs literally have to win the game.
I've seen Benbot win in this exact scenario. Yeah, this exact scenario, though. The battlecruisers takes a while, but they eventually clean up the map.
Okay, the queens have gotten into the main.
Every Yamato, every queen he kills.
These BCs are going to have to jump back. Is there still money to repair? There is. Yeah, plenty of money for Benbot. He's actually maxed out with plenty of bank.
I didn't think of that, though. If he does run out of money to repair, if he can't expand further, then the battlecruisers won't be able to keep fighting because they'll eventually lose to the queens.
Like, that's a long way. I can't believe he still hasn't cleared the creep there. That Raven has been sitting there casting auto turrets the entire game.
Just can't get rid of this creep.
He hasn't even cleared up like a patch.
Here we go. The battlecruisers are going to do it. They're going to... Oh, there's a creep. I see it. Do you see that creep tumor way north on the wall? It's like under that pillar almost, like just north of the minerals.
Yeah.
To the left more? To the left more? Yeah, right there. Yeah. That one right there is causing, I think, a lot of the issue.
And you do have to move the Raven around. If you stand the Raven right in the middle of the expansion point, you can't see enough creep tumors to clear the expansion. Like, creep spread further than Ravens can see. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Benbot's still maxed out with a good bank. I can't believe he is on only 3 base. That shows how great he is on efficiency. Man, who's this going to go to? It just looks good for Benbot, and then I look at the mini-map, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. This looks very one-sided on the mini-map.
Benbot's got the powerhouse of an army, but Zena has the economy to be able to keep fighting it. Yeah, but again, not a lot of Hydralisks out. Still only just like a few mixed into the composition. 5, 6 at a time. That's it.
Yeah.
You just build mass Hydra. This is over. Game over. You win.
It looks like Zena's even attempting to take the 4th base of Benbot. He keeps sending drones over there.
He's never gonna get. I think Benbot's just gonna run out of money. We're getting super close to being mined out here. Still no sign of this base ever being taken. You can see the creep finally starting to barely recede a little bit, but it's not going to be enough because of that one creep tumor to the north still. That Benbot just he saw it. He saw it briefly.
Yeah, the Raven's wiggling around enough that I think you can see it.
There's just got nothing there to kill it. Yeah, I think Zena's going to take it. Just a war of attrition, and Zena has more money. Zena has all the other bases, has some of Benbot's bases. And
well, BCs are across the map. If we can take a look at the 3rd base of Zerg, yeah.
Oh, nice narrows. Yamato's going down on the BCs. There we go. Finally attacking the Terran army with those battlecruisers. That hurts, and again, that's all damage that cannot be repaired for much longer.
Like that, the Yamato is the main firepower of Zena right now. There's so little anti-air.
Right. Build Hydras.
BCs are 3-3 by this point, so like the Hydras can barely tickle them. I guess the Hydras are 3-3 as well, but it's just not good versus 6 armor battlecruisers. We need those corruptors up there. BCs can still jump away. Ah, man. Honestly, I think if Benbot takes that 4th base, I'm putting my money on Benbot. There just isn't the tools of Zena, despite the 9 base economy.
Oh wow, we got that creep tumor. Look at that.
Yeah, he did. That's a big deal. That was one of the annoying ones. There's still probably like 5 more creep tumors blocking that base at the moment, but
yeah, all those are a little too close. Oh boy. Yeah,
this could be a long one.
Yeah, we're gonna watch 20 more minutes of this, and then we'll finally have one final actual fight for the win here.
He's just about to clear the creep tumors. They changed directions.
Oh, he's almost got enough. Look at that. There's a little bit of breathing room. Almost enough for that command center to land. Oh, that's huge. If Benbot can actually get this base mining, he can continue on. Otherwise, I think this is going to kind of be the last.
He got one of them.
Here.
There it is. That was enough.
Woo! All right, we've got another 40 minutes to go now.
We take out the biggest loss. I think I'm going to guess like 200 drones have died.
A lot. 124.
125, yeah.
Wow. Holy crap, Benbot is, wow, playing way more efficiently as far as the money.
The anti-air just isn't there. Like, he can Yamato other BCs. He can tickle a little bit with the Hydras, but I really don't see a path to victory here for Zena. He builds so many creep tumors that the game crashes? I don't know. Planetary is complete, and that is a new base for Benbot PC. He still had a bank even before he had that base up, I gotta say.
Yeah, Zena's not even close to mining out. Zena still has like one of the 5 mining bases or something, 5 or 6.
So here's the thing. The question is, when they're running these replays for ProBots, did they forget to turn off the 1-hour time limit?
I don't know.
Because Benbot's going to win, but it's going to take so long because of all the bases that Zena has that I think it might go over an hour. And then it might draw at an hour. We'll have to see.
Well, in that case,
we'll have to go through a whole another one.
Speed forward a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a little 2x.
Little 2x speed, perhaps, everybody? Yes, yes. As riveting as the flight of the battle cruisers back and forth into the creep tumors is here. No, this has been a very exciting game, but we are now at this point where a beautiful teleport on here. Yeah, we're at this point where it's just gonna take Benbot forever to clear this all out, just because the battle cruisers are so darn slow.
And
actually, he does teleport and kill a base. That's nice.
And in killing that base with the Raven nearby, he's also perhaps not on purpose, but killed all the creep tumors.
Oh yeah,
well.
He's freed himself up the base.
Yeah, that could be another expansion for him.
There we go. This is good speed. I like this. There we go. A little faster.
Okay, yeah. I think Benbot's got it, and I think it'll be like the 42-minute mark. I think he'll get it in under an hour.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just because Zena's not building anti-air, there just has not been anything to stop these battlecruisers. It keeps building roaches, more and more and more roaches that aren't doing anything. So,
and Neuroparasite is a great supplement, but you still need the anti-air.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You need the firepower, and it's just not there. The Queens are doing all right. But the Queens don't really go on the offense.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think Benbot will be able to take this. Yeah, we can see Zena's supply starting to dwindle here. Benbot is slowly clearing this creep. It's like watching the power washing videos. How satisfying those are when you get everything just nice and clean. We're gonna watch Benbot power wash the map of creep here with his battle creep.
And the nice thing is that Benbot's on the offense, so we don't have to wait for 9 bases to be dried out. I think Benbot might actually. He's already taken one of those bases as his own.
Yeah.
So now Zena's down to 8. Nope, he's still at 9. I can't count. So he was at 10. Now he's back to 9.
Ooh, I love the teleport. The synchronized teleport right on top of the base. Boom, evaporates it.
And if the Raven can get over there again, he'll maybe get another base.
Oh yeah, get a lot more creep. Yeah, God, look how many creep tumors there are. So funny. I've never seen this many creep tumors. I think this has been the record. Can you see how many creep tumors there are in a game?
Is that one of the counter to my Mass Raven play, because you would never find a 2x2 position to place an auto.
707. So this is after Benbot's cleared the left side of the map. So I think we had over 1,000 creep tumors at one point.
Oh, easily. There's probably 1,000 on the board right now.
Well, there's 740
in the middle, man. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not many bases. Looks like Zena's down to his original 6 bases, and probably 4 of them are dried out. So, yeah, he's on his very last legs here. No bank.
BenBot's
not
done a good
maxed
job
out.
at
Yeah,
just
this is
methodically picking these off here. Yep,
Well done.
it's over. Wow, that definitely went the distance. I did not think these two would go head-to-head like that for quite so long. I thought something would tip the scales. And finally, the battlecruisers have tipped the scales here. It's just a very slow tipping scale.
Yeah, it looked like it was coming to an end at one point, and then all of a sudden we saw like 4 BCs with no answer, then 5 BCs. And they jumped across the map with 9 BCs, and it's like, oh, okay. Now I understand what's happening here. This is not as over as we thought.
Indeed. BenBot's a fighter. He's always been that bot where you think he's on the ropes, you think he's in trouble. He's just biding his time, building up his force, and then he'll teleport behind your base with all the battlecruisers and wipe it out.
Yeah.
Here we are.
And even the games where we know he lost and we fast forward to the end, the fast forward to the end sometimes takes like 15 minutes because he's like holding on for dear life at this awesome defensive tactics, you know.
I think, yeah, the stream may look like it's lagging, but that's just the game engine speeding up. It just naturally looks stuttery when you fast forward, I think.
Yeah, you've ever played like a 4v4 game on StarCraft 2 and like everyone maxes out and then the game lags? That's kind of what's happening here, except instead of like 8 armies, we have 8 armies worth of creep tumors. You know? Every one of those creep tumors takes up the same memory slot as like a battlecruiser does, so.
That's insane.
As he clears creep, it should get a little less laggy.
All right. Well, all right. So I'm trying to think here. Game 2. I guess it really kind of does come down to what race Zena gets. I don't think we're going to see another long macro game if Zena gets Protoss or Terran. I think this was a Zerg specific thing.
Yeah, and if he gets Zerg, he may not do that roach rush again, right?
Yeah, he may not even do that again. Yeah, but no, I just think against the matchup with BenBot, BenBot, the way he plays against a Zerg opponent, it just kind of favors for that longer, drawn-out game. Because again, he is a little bit defensive. And safe. But yeah, this I think this is the last base here.
Can we see?
What?
Can we see how many creep tumors are killed? Is that on the board?
Not killed, but we saw how many were produced, and there were over 1,000 at one point. Like when we were looking at it, there was like 740. So he probably killed. Oh yeah, but then that wouldn't count all the ones that died and then got rebuilt.
Yeah, I think we do Shift L. It shows all the individual
show creep tumor death.
970 kills.
970.
And there's 300 or so left on the board, so that's 1,200 creep tumors in one game.
Yeah, that's a lot of creep.
Oh my goodness. And he probably did all those in like the first like 12 minutes of the game too.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess the creep tumors were lagging the game. It's a little more stuttery than normal. All right. That was a lot of creep tumors. All right, well, we're going to get game 2 loaded up here, and we'll see what happens. Again, this is kind of the mixed bag of StarCraft games here. Zena being random really does throw a bit of a wild card element into this, where we don't know how it's going to play out. We don't know if Zena's going to play more macro, going to do a proxy, do something cheesy. BenBot even does some cheesy things every now and then, so we'll have to see if he tries to do his little bunker contain or just sits at home and plays a little bit more defensively. It's anybody's match at this point. And again, winner of this moves on. Loser gets eliminated. So Zena is on its last life right now. Needs to pull a win out if we're gonna continue on. All right, that's all I got. I can't buy time for 10 more seconds, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to sit here and wait until the game is ready in 2 seconds. Let's go.
BenBot BC. Zena.
Zena portrait, yeah. She has like the Marine Gauss cannon with the rifle, whatever, but still has that little circular boomerang from the TV show.
Oh yeah.
Can't give up the boomerang no matter what advanced weapons you have.
Oh no, it's a staple.
All
right, what did we get?
Captain
Protoss
America's
here.
shield physics on that thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Protoss, and we do have a SCV across the map again.
Okay, maybe just scouting. Maybe just wants to see what's going on. No, I think he's gonna do that bunker contain here. and try to slow down Zena a little bit. Against Protoss, I think this will work a little bit better. It didn't work last game, I think, just because of the nature of Zerg and how they just kind of get down to that natural a little bit faster. They've got the queen there usually. But this time around, if Zena plays a little bit more passively, doesn't try to get that expansion, might not go noticed right away. Where's the bunker? Come on, you gonna build it? Where is it?
Yeah, that's a big thing if it goes noticed or not, because, you know, last time he just killed it with workers. Couldn't see why it wouldn't happen this time as well. Yeah, nice position. That is in range of the natural nexus, so that won't be an option.
It's called a chakram, not a boomerang. Ketrop.
Oh.
Apparently. That's
but it comes back to her hand, therefore it's a boomerang. It defies the laws of physics like any TV boomerang would.
There you go.
Okay, now it gets spotted. But
it's finished
with probes. It's kind of late. However, there's no. Is there Marines coming?
I don't think he's even got Marines coming across. Yeah, this was
just about to come.
There he is. Okay. Actually, he might. I think he actually is gonna get there.
Yeah, SCV went down first though. So nice little focus fire.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it. Just barely. All right, there's the salvage. That's great. That's good. He's got that timing in there. Worker. All right. I think that works out okay. He gets a little bit of money back. Marine's now going to come home. It would have been nice if that had gone. It would have been nice for Benbot if that had gone unnoticed for like 10 more seconds, because then that Marine does make it, and all of a sudden you've got workers going down. So.
All right, Zena's going to put that frontline defense to the test. We do have a proxied fourth gate coming up here, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, boy. Oh, and Benbot doesn't see it. He scouts, but he doesn't go far enough. So that
there it is.
will
Just timing well for Warp Gate to finish. Warp Gate and that gateway should be done around the same time, and probably going to see a whole lot of Mesa Stalkers. Throwback to 4-gate bot built by Scarlet back in the day.
I'm sad we didn't get to see that truly fleshed out, because there was just a couple of little things stopping it from being just an absolute powerhouse in the bot scene. Like
Scarlet was an innovator. She had a lot of the firsts in their scene. First one to do speed mining.
Yep.
First one to she had this really cool way of stacking workers to do like worker attacks, and first one to do a real 4-gate.
Yeah.
Where it's like an actual proper build order where you.
Oh yeah, well, and it was so crisp and
the
so
gateway,
early.
So you get the fast warp ins. You do the, you're building everything in the correct order. You get the maximum amount of stalkers. But then with speed mining, it was actually more than was possible for a human 4-gate.
Oh yeah, it was so scary and powerful looking. The only thing that stopped it was the ramp. It's always the ramp. All right, here we go. The stalkers coming in. We've got 5. They're going to start kiting, and Microwave 1 gets picked off right away by the bunker. It doesn't get out of range, but they're going to stand and fight the SCVs, I guess. They're going to pick off a few SCVs, but I don't know if those are trades that Zena really wants to take at the end. Well, if he gets the bunker, I guess it is. The bunker. So close. Okay, there we go. Bunker's down. Okay, so now it actually is worth it, because the Marines die very quickly without a bunker to protect them. And Stalkers can kite unupgraded Marines all day long. So this actually, this might just be over, and Zena might just win here.
I just want to say, I remember that 4-gate bot from Scarlet. It would attack with 13 Stalkers at the 3-minute and 40-minute mark. Zena only had 5 Stalkers at that point.
Yeah.
That's how much Stalker. I mean, he did have to defend the bunker rush, but still. It goes to show you how important a perfected pro build order can be.
So, yeah.
But 5 Stalkers was enough, you just kill those repairing SCVs and you got the reinforcement Stalkers coming.
Well, this was still incredibly powerful, as you can see. In the hands of a bot, when microed correctly like this, it just decimates early game terrain.
Yeah, 4-gate's scary.
Ace match.
Good micro,
After a real long, 40-minute game, I think it ended up being, we have got our nice little 8-minute game here, and now we're going to go to an ace match and see who moves on and who gets eliminated. So, not much to talk about for that one. Nice cheesy build. Again, Zena known for doing some cheesy things like that, and it played out. That's, again, one of those benefits of being a random bot, is you can get away with things like that a little bit more readily, I think, if it doesn't get scouted perfectly, or doesn't get caught right away, then you can just get away with building a whole ton of stalkers and 4-gating. Not often you see a 4-gate win these days, so that's nice to see it still still viable in action.
Yeah, if a bot is going to pull it off, it'll probably be a random bot, right? It just makes you that much less prepared for it.
Indeed. All right, well, we're going to get this game loaded up here. Again, this will be our second to last best of 3. Last match here. One bot gets eliminated. One moves on to face... who's waiting? Do we know? Yeah, my brain just stopped. Phobos. Yeah, Phobos sitting there waiting. So we've got one more best of 3 after this, so make sure you stick around. Don't go anywhere. We got more games coming up. And yeah, make sure you follow and everything, check out our schedule. We're same time, same place every week. We've got our next Group B next week. Some really strong bots. So make sure you all stick around for that too. But let's go ahead and get into our final game of this match here of our best of 3 to decide which bot gets eliminated and which one will go up against Phobos.
Here we go.
Benbot BC. Zena.
Interesting. There were some stats shown there, and it looks like Benbot has Zena's number when it comes to TVZ at least.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. It didn't work out game 1. We'll see how it works out. This is, again, I think Zena's strongest match, personally. Well, sometimes. Oh, yeah, no, it did. I'm sorry, it did work out for Benbot game 1.
Yeah. I mean, it was looking pretty good for Zena. The initial attack wasn't great, but I think that's probably how Zena's going to have to win. He can't wait until it's mass PCs again.
Oh, yeah, no, he just doesn't build enough anti-air. The late game composition is not suited to fight battle cruisers. There's no corruptors, not enough hydras. You need something if you're gonna try to go up against that late game. And if not, yeah, you got to stop it before it gets there. So we'll see. We shall see.
SCV sends out right at the start of the game, but it's only for a bunker. So he needs to wait around for a while. Because you got to build a depot, then a barracks, and only then can you build the bunker. Is that Envision? It may not be Envision.
Nope, not yet, because the thing, still building. But the Overlord will see it.
Okay, that's in time.
Here come the workers. Yep.
And this will be like the beautiful defense end. Kill the SCV, kill the bunker, and then the hatchery finishes, so you can go straight to mining at the natural.
Oh yeah,
it's basically just like a drone transfer where you get extra bonus while you're transferring.
Yeah. You also get to stop the bunker rush. Ah, so close to finishing. Cancel? Cancel? Okay.
Finish, he may not have gotten the salvage in time. So maybe it was a good thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think you're right.
2 Marines, if they decide to shoot, they will kill that Overlord. Okay.
Oh, nope. Where are you going, Overlord? It's dead either way.
Well, all right. They'll have to run around that bunker.
No.
Oh, no, they won't. You're right, yeah. Okay, yeah, I misjudged that.
Too close.
Okay,
all right, we're going to have another long one here, I think.
Yeah, very similar start to last game. I think he had a winning... I think the stats said he has like a higher than 50% win rate with this build, though, versus Benbot. So maybe... Maybe sometimes he cracks him with those roaches.
That's what I think. That first game, I think it was super close to busting through. He got the first bunker really quickly, but then just the way the roaches all kind of burrowed at different rates, the damage output started coming across staggered, and the repair was enough to keep it up and all that. But if the roaches are able to just barrel through, yeah, I can see that absolutely doing that and just winning the game right there. So
yeah, Benbot had like a full wall with the siege tank that was out of reach. Maybe if the wall is not complete, or if the siege tank is reachable by the roaches, it might change the whole outcome as well.
Yeah, coming up a ramp is always a bit of a problem. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right. Well, are you worried at all about burrowed roaches? You said you had to tighten up your build a little bit for that, right?
It's strong. I have a kind of a relationship with the Raven, so I usually don't have detection issues because I just love that unit too much.
Yeah.
But
can the Raven just
I've
get a
seen
buff?
Roaches just crush other opponents though.
Oh yeah.
Especially once you get the burrow move, because then they repair faster than the medevac repair stuff. Plus you can retreat them while they're burrowed. So
That's true.
It's just
Yeah.
in crazy micro.
Let's
Is
see
this
here.
even the burrow? Oh, it is. There's a burrow on the production tab.
Yep. A lot of roaches coming out. So yeah, we should see this moving across soon. We can start to see the creep spread, the beginnings of that. So we're going to see a lot of creep coming across the map very shortly here.
Yeah, if you look at the mini map, you see like the edge of the creep. You'll see like dots all around the edge of it, and that's overlords that are like spotting on all sides of the creep.
Making sure the path is clear.
Yeah, so that way you don't have to worry about like, can I get this creep up a ramp? Oh, I can't see up the ramp, things like that. And later on, when they can poop creep, you can accelerate your creep spread even faster.
And you could even delay if you see an army unit. You don't want to throw a creep tumor towards a couple marines or a tank or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can,
especially as you can't
delay it.
cancel creep tumors anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, here come the roaches. That's a
Here we
big
go.
pack. And then what do we got? We got a siege tank, but I think the siege tank's in range now.
It's in a
Wood of
great
mine
spot.
and
Yeah.
about 10 marines.
First roach
this
burrows
goes.
instantly. Not on a whole ton of splash damage. The roaches are kind of coming in single file, but they do get blocked by the supply depot wall. So
yeah,
the
but look at the siege
bunker.
tank. It is taking damage. Okay, he's able to repair
it did.
through it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the SCVs with the clutch repairs. Wow, a lot of roaches went down there. Not enough, yeah, not enough roaches to bust up the ramp. 12 go down for one marine.
Yeah.
Ow. That,
And an SCV.
hurts. And an SCV.
Or is that really? Those are really
Oh.
Here we
All
go.
right, here we go, round two. Yeah, it's not going to work, though. It's not enough roaches. Not enough roaches, my friend. Maybe if he had burrow, he could, like, burrow him and slide under those. Wait, can you burrow under lowered depots, right? Yeah.
No, you can't go through.
Oh, you can't move through lower depots? Oh, okay.
But you move through lower depots, yeah.
Yeah, if they're low.
That doesn't seem very lore-like. 'Cause
Right, that
when
makes
it's
no
the
sense.
underground part be blocking it. They should only be able to burrow under raised depots.
Right?
If there was more lore.
Yeah, there's something wrong there.
Yeah, nice little hold there. He didn't dedicate too much to it, though. How many? Oh, no, he lost 25. Is that what I
Yeah,
saw?
he lost a lot.
Oh,
19.
okay.
Definitely was not ideal. It's not the best. Yeah, no, I think we're gonna get into this weird late game scenario again. Zena's already fallen back, getting to third base. Benbot also getting that third, and the fusion core is on the way. So we're gonna get battle cruisers. And yeah, we're just gonna have battle cruiser versus hopefully more hydras for Zena, but I think we're just gonna see a lot of roaches and stuff again. Just not enough anti-air, and we might just get a repeat of game number 1 here.
Roaches are moving out once again. If they find their way to the third base, that could be a big victory. You know, because Benbot can't max out on BCs on only 2 bases, so you can jump that third somehow. He did have a spotter on it, like the Overlord saw the third, so hopefully he doesn't go into the natural. He's going into the natural. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of roaches.
Yeah, they're
Let's see how
kind of
this works out.
pre-split too. Nah, I don't think it's enough though. Well, still only 1 tank, but yeah, it's enough. The depot wall is just not letting anything in.
That's so good.
Oh,
Love the
wow.
repair micro on Benbot. It's really well coded.
Yeah, well, this is kind of Benbot's thing. He gets this really defensive position, and it's very foolhardy to attack into it. Very often, Benbot will just be able to crush you if you try to attack into this. Anything before late game, he's just going to crush.
Yep.
You know.
And now there's a planetary at the third, so that was the perfect attack window to deny the third. He just didn't attack the third.
Excuse me. All right, well, here on Dragon Scales, we're going to be going the distance. We're only 7 minutes in, but I'm predicting another 40-minute game at least. Zena has only just begun to take the map, so we're going to have to wait and see if these battle cruisers... Liberator actually coming out. Did Benbot get a Liberator game 1? I don't remember that.
I don't recall one.
Maybe he threw one in there.
saw
Oh,
one.
yeah, he's got another one coming out. Oh, maybe he switched it up this time. He's going to get Liberator range, perhaps, with the Fusion Core. I think that's a brilliant switch up.
We saw it versus Phobos, but I don't think we've seen Liberator in this series at all.
Oh.
Yeah,
We'll see.
so this, I guess, is going to come down like, can they kill the third? Can he deny the fourth? I'm just trying to like equate this to game 1 because it feels like it's kind of going to be a similar situation here. There's no tanks at the third base. That's something to keep in mind. So there is enough army supply for Zena to kill the third if he really dedicated to it.
Zena's so polite. You look busy. I'll come back later.
Yeah. Austin Creed spread once again.
Zena, quit playing so nice. You want to crush that undefended third base, by the way. All right, well, another little attack coming out. No upgrades on the way for anybody, I don't think, just yet. Yeah. Oh, okay, no, there's finally 1-1 is on the way for our Zerg player. And 1 armor. Okay, so a few upgrades now, finally starting to get peppered in. But until now, it's just been macroing up and getting some units, and this is an interesting attempt at a contain. I don't think it's going to work too well.
Yeah, some SCVs going down, but you know, Benbot has more SCVs than he needs anyways. So
Yeah, it's fine.
it's kind of helping him out a little bit. They picked off the Widow Mine. Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, he is kind of cornered in here as Benbot. I'd like to see Zena continue to expand behind this. If he can keep up the economy, then he, a full 200 supply containment, I think, could be an issue for Benbot PC.
Yeah, again, it's this kind of weird position between the second and the third where technically it should favor Zena because it's really hard for Benbot to push kind of down there and defend that third base, but Zena's not taking full advantage of it and is just kind of trying to contain this ramp here where, if there was a big enough force of Roach's Hydras that just kind of swung around from the left, boom, you can wipe that planetary out real quick before the tanks or anything can reposition to get there. So a little bit unfortunate.
He was never able to saturate the third base as Benbot. So now you've seen sending SCVs to the third that aren't making it through. So some kills are getting in. The economy's not quite where it should be. The infestors are already ready for the battle cruisers.
Are there?
As long as there's not too many BCs, the Hydras can do okay, I guess. Although, okay. The
Is he making battle cruisers?
Oh yeah, okay. Died. All the infestors just died too, so
well,
not that helpful.
You jinxed them. Good job. Okay, yeah, there are battle
time
cruisers.
into the liberation zone. Sure.
It'll be fine.
Today I learned infestors get one shot by liberators.
Yep. Yeah, you don't want to try to narrow those. It's a little riskier. All right, well, there is the battle cruiser working away at the Roach Warren. Oh wait, what is he gonna? Is he gonna deny the Roach Burrow or the Roach Burrow movement? No, it'll finish. Almost denied the Glio reconstitution. Oh, that was pretty close.
If he kills the Roach Warren, then maybe Zena will make more Hydras. And this could be bad
Actually,
for Benbot.
that could be Benbot's undoing.
Because the Roaches don't do a whole lot, really.
They're not doing anything.
They get hit by siege tanks a lot. That's what they do.
That's about it, yeah. Great siege tank fodder. Well, gonna get the spawning pool too. This one battlecruiser is really causing some trouble. I don't know what the queens are doing. They want to stay near that spore crawler for defense, but they really should just push up and fight that thing. This is getting scrappy here. Ooh, nice fungal. Gets a lot of bio. Going to soften them up. Finally, medevacs are here, though, so the medevacs are going to be able to heal a lot of that bio up. It didn't clean them out. It didn't finish them off, unfortunately, for Zena. But Benbot's starting to push back. This is that moment where if Benbot can start to get a third base, a fourth base, get this creep cleared up, all of a sudden Benbot's going to be in a really hard spot to beat because we've got, 3 battlecruisers out now? Last time it was 1 for a long time. Now we're already up to 3 or 4, I think. Another one on the way. This is looking way better for Benbot this time around, I think.
Yeah, with Zena pulling back, he might be able to secure that fourth base much earlier than game 1. 3 battle cruisers, a decent amount of Hydras and Festers, but not enough to deal with this many BCs.
Just not quite enough.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yeah, just missing the right composition to deal with it. Unfortunate.
Man, everything else is in place,
change,
though.
I think Zena's got with a huge economy, but
oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Well, everything else for Zena's in place. The economy is really phenomenal. The creep spread is out of this world. Just the map presence is really, really good. So yeah, you just mix in the right units.
Yeah, just
Boom.
imagine
It doesn't
like
even have to
25
be
corruptors on the field. It's like every time the BCs move out, they'd be like dying.
Just
They'd be
dead, yeah.
praying they could jump back in before their corruptors kill them.
Seriously. Well, and it's also one of those. You could even just build big wave after wave of Hydra, even if you're losing some of the a lot of those units. You have the economy just to throw. That's how Zerg works. You want to just throw wave after wave in an ideal scenario and just crush through your opponent before they can set up a proper defense. But nah, there's enough battlecruisers out. I think Benbot, if it's anything like Game 1, should be able to seal the deal.
Chaining Yamatos. I love it.
Neural parasites, yeah. But no, I don't think any battlecruisers died. The Yamatos are nice and all, but yeah, not unless you get a kill. Yeah, I don't think any battlecruisers have died yet.
Yeah, Benbot's now maxed out. 1,000 gas in the bank. I think this is going to be the game of the end. It's basically Game 1, but even better for Benbot this time.
Oh yeah, it's like 10 minutes sooner now that we're in this position with multiple battlecruisers and great upgrades on the way.
So unless something changes in the composition of Zena, I mean, Zena still has the economy to fight. We just need to see the right units. And
exactly.
Fortunately, bots don't get recoded, between matches of the same series. So.
Well, it's not even the right units. It's the quantity of units. We're just seeing a couple Hydras, a few Queens, all kind of coming in one at a time, and they're getting some damage done. They're forcing the battlecruisers to jump back, but you need that overwhelming number to one shot to just target. Like if 10 or 15 Hydras were here all at once, then I think these battlecruisers are starting to be in a little bit of trouble. But yeah, I think we're only get 7 Hydras on the field at once though. So
yeah, I mean,
it's a little unfortunate.
BCs have 6 armor, so they've reduced the attack by 6. Queens only do like 7 damage per attack. Yeah. Hydras only do like 15 damage per attack. You really need the Corruptors because they do some insane amount, like 30 damage per attack or something versus massive units. So, investors are great. Mass Hydra can work with a bigger economy.
Nope, that should seal the deal.
Maybe
I think we can
2x again. Yep. I'm trying to think of like any scenario where this could turn around. There is no third base still out of Benbot, right? That's something. So maybe the investors can get the work done.
The gas is really low for Benbot, so the repairs are going to start to dwindle a little bit.
He's mined out the gas in his main base, and the natural is not too far behind.
We're just at the point. I don't think it matters.
Oh, he's only on 5 gas actually. He never took the extra gas in his third. Huh. That's very significant. So this is like Game 1 minus 2,000 gas,
We're at the point bases are starting to get targeted down here.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, now I'm feeling like this is a better chance for Zena than Game 1. I still think Benbot's going to win, but...
Yeah, there's just nothing that shoots up. Yeah, it looks great as far as buying time and shifting your economy around and keeping the battlecruisers busy, but again, it's just you're buying time to lose. There's nothing that will kill these battlecruisers. Finally, 11 Hydraliths on the field at once.
Oh, he just got 3 more gas geysers too.
That doesn't matter.
The last hope is gone.
Great series though out of these two.
Yeah, great game.
It shows how Benbot really can go the distance and withstand a lot of pressure and a lot of cheesy things, but that's where Zena in Game 2, I think, chose the right build. It managed to do the really cheesy catch Benbot before he could get a defense up of any kind, and that's kind of what you have to do. With Zerg, I don't know why that wasn't able to happen, though. Just wasn't able to get those burrowed roaches over in time or something.
Yeah. I wonder how he does get wins against Benbot with this build. I feel like he must break him sometimes with the roach play.
Yeah, maybe
get in there and snipe that first siege tank, then all of a sudden, 10 Marines doesn't have much firepower, and then the roach is gonna.
Oh yeah, it's the tank that holds the line there because it does the splash damage, and then the Marines can finish it off. So
yeah, it does. It does so much damage, but it can also kill the burrowed ones with the splash, which is crazy. Yeah,
well, it's all about that tank. No, I think it is kind of map dependent. Again, it's that ramp outside the natural. If it's big and open, more of an open space, I think the roaches have a much easier time. But moving up a ramp with a wall at the top of the ramp like that, there's just no way. Not here. Not today. Not now. So yeah, Benbot will be moving on to face Phobos, and we're gonna go turn on our crusher machine for Zena here. Zena's moving to the scrap pile for this season, but a great showing. Had a nice run.
Yeah, I want to see what the units lost on this game.
It was
This
a great
is like
series.
one of the most efficient games I've ever seen here.
Oh yeah.
70,000 to 11,000. about a
Only-
7-to-1 units lost out.
Only 197 creep tumors this time.
Oh, that's
Well, so far.
killed. Yeah. Well, that's units. That's how many creatures he's killed. There's
Yeah.
probably not about 500 on the map, I would guess.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not even including the ones on the map still.
Yeah, I don't think he'll reach the 1100 the last game.
Not quite.
Yeah, so yeah, Zena, that's a really impressive victory by Benbot. Zena, I think, was the number 2 bot on the ladder. So
Oh yeah,
Benbot
Zena had
pulling off the
200.
upset, I would say.
Yeah, Zena has like 200 ELO, I think, on Benbot. Wow.
Well done.
Wow.
Although I do miss having a random bot in this year in the tournament.
Oh, it has been a fun addition. I really like that some of these bot authors are taking the chance and putting in a little bit of extra effort, a bit of extra effort to make a random bot. It's very impressive, and it does add a really fun element of unpredictability to our ProBots casts. You know, sometimes you can kind of look at a matchup and be like, all right, this bot's going to get crushed by this bot, or, you know, they're both going to do this standard thing or this cheesy thing. But having a random bot really does make it unpredictable. You don't know if we're going to see a more standard game or a 4-gate rush or something like that. All right, how many creep tumors have died now? Now we've got to be up to like 500 or so.
500?
Or 28,
400.
yeah.
I think he's trying to clear another expansion because that's really important right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he wants this one. Ba-da-ba-bum.
So
All right,
next
well,
series will be
hopefully...
Benbot versus Probus. Did I forget his name?
Oh,
Oh,
I got this. Oh, I'm back. Okay, we're fine.
okay.
I thought the game crashed for a second. I was like, oh, upset game crash. No. Now, hopefully you're all having fun in the chat here. Hopefully you're all enjoying these games. This has definitely been our longest series of the night here. These two going the distance. Benbot really holding on against everything Zena could throw at him. But yeah, hopefully you're all having a good time, and hopefully you're all ready for one more best of 3. Don't go anywhere. We do have one more matchup here. Once this one wraps up, if it ever wraps up, I don't know what's going on. Battlecruiser's just taking a little smoke break here.
They're they're enjoying it.
Savor the
It's been
victory,
cinematics
Benbot.
of Terran getting slaughtered by Zerg, so
Right.
yeah, it's our turn.
No, this is the season of Terran. How many we've got? How many? Oh no, I guess Sharkbot's Protoss. So Protoss has moved on. We're actually going to lose a Terran in our next round here.
That means the Terran's going through as well.
That means the Terran is going through. And then down in our group for next week, we've got 3 more Terrans just waiting. Awesome. All right, well, Kedrock, we have got one more best of 3 here before we wrap things up. Who
Is
who do we got?
I've
This
already forgotten
is a rematch. This was our first matchup. Phobos versus Benbot. So we
It was
could get a
close one.
repeat.
It was a 2-1, right? For
Yeah.
Phobos, if I recall correctly. Yeah.
Yep, it did go to the ace match, and yeah, Phobos was able to take it. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll just get it loaded up. I've got no more predictions. We'll just have to wait and see how fate rolls and who moves on. Again, yeah, this will be the final match of the night and our final elimination of this group. One more best of 3 will decide 2 of our top 4. So we'll have half of our top 4 decided in just a little bit here.
It does say Phobos has a 0% crash rate, but we know for a fact that his, bugged out rate is not 0%. So that's
Yeah.
always a factor of something that could pop up here.
It may not crash, but if you're not playing the game, it doesn't matter. So we'll see. Do we have are we going to pull up any stats, any brackets? We've already looked at all these bots, so
But we got
we're all
3
pretty
minutes to kill
familiar.
now.
3 whole minutes? Oh my god. All right, well, let's see here. Let's talk about there was actually something I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, it was just units that are underutilized. So you were talking about the Cyclone earlier, how it's a little bit underutilized, but with this update that we're going to hopefully get implemented into the bot scene, you think it's going to become a little bit more prevalent? Are there any other units like that? Because a lot of units got
a lot of
updates,
cool
right?
changes. Mothership has been heavily changed. The
Uh-huh.
cloak is like an ability you have to use now, but it's a lot cheaper and quicker to get out the mothership. Oh man, there's so many changes now. I can't remember any of them right now. But it was a pretty impactful patch.
Yeah, it was a lot of little things, just a lot of little tweaks and stuff like that. Didn't I think the Raven got some updates too, right?
No, this is
No?
the
Is
it
it the
got
one
nerfed
of
for
the
like
few
9 straight
patches?
patches, and I think they finally left it alone. Oh no, I take that back. It did get nerfed.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
Just a minor one. Interference Matrix. You have to upgrade to get that now.
Oh,
It doesn't
okay.
come for free anymore.
Oh yes, that's right.
have a little
I'm
story
gonna. I
about
read that. I'm gonna let you take this one, Catch Rock. This,
I
I've
do
read
not have
enough
it
of
handy.
these. Oh, you don't? God, you're gonna make me read this. Each one gets more gross.
Gross.
It's like an AI wrote it, and it's like. Anyway, here's Phobos. We've seen the ELO and all that. All right, Sharkbot did get updated, and he wrote us another little letter. Again, for anybody not familiar, Sharkbot's origins are chatbot related. So he started as a chatbot. You can download him somewhere.
GPT, yeah.
The original ChatGPT. So yeah, you can go shoot the shit with Sharkbot, as it were. And he wrote us a lovely letter for this event. Now, yeah, I'm assuming these letters are just generated by the chatbot, or maybe they're handwritten by Sharkbot. I don't know.
I think they're generated. They look
each
generated
one
to me.
Each one gets weirder, and that's what makes me think they're generated.
If you submitted this as an essay for homework, I would give you a 0. Saying, that's a ChatGPT. I smell it.
Yep. All right, dear ProBots. Again, this is a letter from Sharkbot to us here at ProBots. As you can tell, I spend a fair amount of time in the weight room. As you can see from his picture. Did we pull up his picture there?
Yeah.
These areas are great for your body, but can also be a great source of knowledge and inspiration. Last time, I was inspired by a sock. Whatever that means. Unfortunately, not all gym experiences are fun and lighthearted. Sometimes you see things you wish you could unsee, like Endersword peeing in the shower. But sometimes it's much worse. I witnessed a good friend of mine have a tragic accident deadlifting while balancing on a medicine ball. All right, we're going to hop into this game, and then I'll finish his letter. Last best of 3 of the night. Thank you all for being here once again. Phobos versus Benbot. Let's hop into it.
Phobos. Benbot BC.
Okay, so to finish this letter here. So his friend died in a tragic accident balancing on a medicine ball. It was sad, but an inspiring event. I now play nearly every game with the goal of creating a Protoss death ball in honor of my friend. He didn't build the death ball all at once, did he?
If the ball is made of shield batteries, then yes, he built the death ball.
Although he did like cheese, so I'm sure to throw that in my games as well. Love Sharkbot.
So the medicine ball is the death ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think other than the shield batteries, there was no death ball there. Maybe a start with the Colossus or something, but
The shield battery is kind of a medicine ball because it heals and it's ball shaped.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. just so it makes some bit of sense here, we'll go with that. All right, our final best of 3. We're going to start things off on Royal Blood. Again, this decides who moves on to the top 4. And again, that is a big deal because you get guaranteed one of our prizes for this season as well as qualification for next season. You get that automatic spot, and you can bring any bot you want. That's what Eris did. Authors of Eris brought Phobos in this time around. Eris sitting on 4 wins. So I figure maybe it's time to... or no, 3 wins. Wait, was that Eris's third? I know it was Rasper's 4th win, but I think it was Eris's 3rd win total as a bot. Either way,
more than anyone else.
It's a big deal. Yeah, more than anyone else. Yeah. No, they are definitely the most winning team, the most winning bot there. A couple bots right on his heels for sure. It's only been the last couple years that Eris has just splashed into the scene. So definitely time for... It's like Cyril coming into the scene. There's going to be chances for these bots to figure out how to beat Eris and all that. Is Eris even on the ladder anymore?
Oh, yeah.
Is it still
at that #1 spot and not being threatened at all?
Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't replaced by Phobos or something.
No, he's got them both on the ladder. There's no restriction to how many bots you can put on the ladder.
Oh,
you just
that's
can't
right.
put up like multiple versions of the same bot, and you can waste it that way.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are these? No cheese here. Finally, first series without cheese coming down. Looks like we're just gonna see standard TBT. Oh, maybe we are gonna see Phobos do a little bit more one base or two base all in. I guess you could kind of count that.
Well, he
What is
likes
this,
that Reaper
111?
Hellion drop. If I'm taking you back to the good old days of 2 hours ago.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a very similar series to what we started the night off with here.
yeah. So it's going to be like the defensive wall of Benbot trying to tech up versus the aggression of the two base all in of Phobos, something along those lines.
Yeah,
Better
Benbot
back
not
is
doing his bunker contain this time around.
Yep.
Something to note. It's
And
just
that's
gonna
good
spend it
because that did
defensively.
cost him game 3. Game 3 was a nice quick one because he has rains all the way across the
Yes.
map. Now he's got 7 rains ready to respond to a drop in his main base.
Was that? I think that was on this map too, wasn't it?
Maybe. I don't remember. I think you're talking about the carpet on this map so I think this is game 1.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Okay. Anyway, here comes the push. SCV did catch the tail end of those Reapers, so I think Benbot. Oh, maybe he doesn't know it's coming. Maybe
Yeah,
he tried to
ran out
intercept
there a
it.
little
I
bit.
don't know. All right,
Might
Barry,
be
burrow,
best get it in here.
burrow. Oh, the Widowmine. Okay, it does burrow just in time.
Oh,
Siege
man.
tank's gonna get some juicy shots off. Where's the siege tank?
I
Oh,
think
it's
the
down on
siege
the
tank
low ground.
just
There it is.
Absolutely murdered all the Reapers.
he
Reapers
forced
kind of
them all back.
obliterated all 5 of them. And just
Wow,
instantly
this is
disappeared.
so much different than
Yeah.
the last time these two faced.
Yeah, still
this
7
is
workers went
way
down,
better.
but I don't think that's enough to make up for the fact that he's got a much later expansion.
Well, and
Versus
the
just getting
Reapers
his
and
worker.
Hellions died, so that was already way more worth it because now they can't come back in for round 2 and decimate his mineral line.
Mhm.
That's huge. That is a big hold out of Benbot.
Yeah,
Wow.
normally I would say that doesn't matter too much because they lose their value as the game goes on. But you're right. He would come in a second and third time and still find worker kills in the past. So it's a
Oh,
big
yeah.
deal that he killed them off all off this time. And here
That's
goes the
huge.
last Reaper possibly. Maybe you'll lose him on the high ground.
Oop,
Nope.
oop,
misses.
nope.
Okay. Yeah, well
Turns
done
out-
by Benbots.
Hellions are faster.
Okay, so Benbot's where he wants to be. He's gonna
Oh,
get
yeah.
his little 2-base turtle set up and try to establish a third. And Phobos is gonna, put on the aggression and see if he can put an end to that.
Is Phobos
Fusion Core's
gonna-
already done?
Oh, wow, yeah, it is done. No battlecruisers just yet. But is Phobos just going to sit on 2 bases, though? I can't remember if Phobos got up to a third at any point. I just remember some 2-base all-ins out of Phobos.
Yeah, he loved the 2-base all in. So it often ended up into like a 2-base contain because he didn't want to push into like the death choke point of
Yeah.
Benbots. But then even that containment was pretty strong. So we'll see how it works out this time. Missile turret's going up. And yeah, I think with the extra workers, we may actually see a BC enter the field earlier. Or at all. I don't think we saw any BCs in the first series. That could be a
No,
big
yeah, I
difference.
don't think they ever got to that. Yeah. I think a battlecruiser would be a great addition to this, especially just with the kind of heavy ground force that Phobos did have. We do have tanks and stuff coming out. I think Marines are just absolute trash against battlecruisers. I don't care how many upgrades they get.
Yeah.
I will never think Marines do well against battlecruisers. They say,
Very
oh
similar
yeah,
to
well
the
if you
Hydra,
get enough.
they don't cut through the armor.
Yeah,
very
they just don't. Yeah, it's like, oh well, if you get 100 Marines, well, if you have to get 100 Marines to deal with a battlecruiser, you've already lost the game.
Well, I mean, the battlecruiser is the cost of 14 Marines, so 14 Marines do beat a battlecruiser. So
That's
dollar for dollar, it's good. But BCs have a lot of versatility, and obviously you can get a lot more of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, all of a
Max
sudden you
out.
have 3 battlecruisers. Well, and I think it scales a little bit. You know, you get 2 battlecruisers. Do 28 Marines beat 2 battlecruisers?
Yeah, and in terms of supply, it's 6 Marines is the same cost as 1 battlecruiser. So if you can max on battlecruisers, then Marines can't do anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oof. Yeah, get out. What are you doing, Benbot? All right, well, this push is slowly inching its way across the map. We do see Yamato and the first battlecruiser on the way.
Yeah,
and against this tiny little force.
And it's not going to get shut down. Siege Tank gets over there as well. So, Phobos doesn't get the contain like he did last time. Even these Marines, these SCVs are able to transfer as the Siege Tanks were repositioning.
Man, it has been all about this positioning in between the second and the third in a lot of these matches tonight. Where, again, if Phobos just comes from the north a little bit more, okay, now you only have one point of attack you're trying to push into. Now, but what we see here, we've got two areas where Benbot can kind of, you know, pincer and hold him back. There is a tank over on that third base, which is really nice for Benbot because it's going to hold this back into this position here. But
yeah, I think that tank is going to be a huge deal. Because, like, in previous games, Phobos was able to get a couple siege tanks, forcing the third base to always be repairing. With that tank there, I don't think he'll be able to do so.
Nice Yamato.
Yeah, knocks out one Viking. Always good to get the free kills. Last bunker's going to go down, though. This could be
this
a
is
little
actually...
Yeah.
This
not
is
much
a good
on the
little
front
force
line anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot here to defend what Phobos is kind of coming across with now. Oh, here we go. A few units come from north. They're not going to be enough, though. It's just a few Marines.
Yeah.
But that's what I want to start seeing. You know, get a little force from there and then start pushing in and start to stretch Benbot thin. You know, right now Benbot's able to just kind of concentrate his forces. Almost gets the tank. No SCVs here to repair, something to note as well. So Phobos will not be able to hold this line forever if the battlecruisers keep getting shots like that off.
Yeah, and I think I just realized he didn't Yamato a Viking. What he did is Yamato the Raven. So now, like, getting these Widow Mines down isn't going to be easy either. So Phobos knows the Widow Mines are there, but he can't kill them. So he's probably never going to attempt to push on that base.
Adds another layer of things that he has to deal with. All right, Siege Tank does get into position to pressure the refinery, so that's really good for Phobos. But here comes the battlecruiser yet again. Is going to be able to get some shots. Gets a Viking, maybe two. Yep, the second Vikings goes down. A little Viking skirmish here.
Yeah, about even on the Viking trade there.
Yeah. Not the cleanest fight for either bot.
There's only two Vikings remaining, so that the next time the BC comes out, the BC is going to be able to hang out there much longer before it has to retreat.
Yeah.
So it might be able to kill a siege tank or two.
Oh yeah, these siege tanks are really low as well. So just a couple of good shots, and he's going to be able to kill two of these tanks really easily. One and two. There we go. Oh, even three. Oh.
Yeah, maybe all of them. Like, he's got air control
Raven
right
with
now.
the Yamato gets the fresh Raven with the Yamato, the full health one. So now he's going to be able to get another tank. I think he could just keep pushing with this one battlecruiser. Yeah.
Yeah, he's done it. He's broken through.
He's broken the line, and on two base still, Phobos in trouble. Wow. Is Benbot going to turn things around and win things here?
Yeah, this will make them 2-2, assuming that Benbot BC can convert this game. He's even able to land the fourth somehow. I'm not sure how that got over there with with Phobos having an army between them, but yeah, it's just looking solid. I don't think there's any advantage left for Phobos. I think Benbot's ahead in every single possible way now. And the mineral patches are depleting for Phobos, and his mineral count is very, very low. I think he builds a little too many barracks, and it doesn't allow him to build as many tech units because of that. So let's build, you know, a couple less barracks, or prioritizing building for new factories before your barracks, I think would have helped a bit.
Oh, totally. Well, it is still very even, but with no third base on the way for Phobos, it is just, I think, a matter of time before Benbot's able to just finally have enough to take the game. But, man, that'll be a great start for Benbot, just to be up one game. Because I do think Phobos has a little bit of an edge in general in this matchup. You know, he did take the series 2-1 at the start of our show tonight. But TBT is just such a volatile matchup sometimes. It really can be a bit of a razor's edge. It's one of those things where if you don't get just the right composition or just the right counter, you're going to be in trouble. Like right now, you see, here's my example. Look at all those Marines just tickling one battlecruiser. That's more than 8 Marines, and they're just tickling.
Well, yeah, there's no stim or combat shield either, which is a giant deal.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if there's any upgrades on them. If there's no upgrades and there's armor upgrades on the BC, then yeah, it's almost completely pointless.
Yeah. Here we go. Phobos is going to try to make one more attack happen. Might break through the bunker line, actually. No repairs coming in on those 2 bunkers, so they will fall. But that just releases the Marines for Benbot. And I think now they're just going to be able to push in and crush this if he wants.
And, like, there's no air control, so that 1 BC, even if it's just 1 BC, every time it comes back, it just kills everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Marines are pretty afraid. I think we've only seen that one instance where the Marines were finally chasing the battlecruisers down. Here we go. Now they're going to try to engage again, but it's too late now. Benbot's Marines are going to fight with it, and yeah, this gets pushed back. And I think Benbot's got game 1 in the bag here.
Yeah, I think we can speed this one up because Phobos is he's broke.
Oh, he's right. Yeah, he never got a
he is
third
broke.
base. Yeah, you don't have to sugarcoat it. He broke. Oh no, not totally. He's got a little money here. Yeah, enough for one more wave, but again, this just kind of splashes harmlessly against the planetary fortress.
Oh my gosh, yeah, those Marines can't do anything with the upgrades difference.
Oh god, no.
It's +2 armor against no attack, yeah.
Wow, no upgrades for Phobos at all.
So that means Marines are doing 1/2 damage per shot.
Does that even register?
What is that, 550 hit points? So 1,100 shots to kill a 1 BC.
Jesus Christ. Well, if you get 100 Marines and they each take 10 shots, you could kill 1 battlecruiser.
There you go.
This is definitely going to Benbot for game 1.
Oh, that's more than 1 BC now. Somehow he's suddenly jumped from 1 to 7.
He's sneaky like that. These battlecruisers just come out of nowhere.
Well done, Benbot BC.
All right, it's not over yet. Phobos does definitely still stand a really good chance against Benbot. Again, we saw him take the series 2-1. So I do think it is partially map dependent, depending on the scenario, but I don't know what happened this game. I mean,
this went perfect from start to finish.
It just went perfect for Benbot.
All the Reapers
I guess
blew up when
that.
they came in. He didn't lose his entire mineral line to the Hellions. He finished
it's amazing
off every
how much
last
that
Hellion
helps,
and Reaper. Yeah. And then he got his 3rd base set up with SCVs and a siege tank before the containment of Phobos arrived.
Yeah. So it just went really well for Benbot. Yeah.
Across the board, it was like perfect for him. That was best case scenario, we'll say. You can't get any better than that for Benbot BC. So
yeah, I do think it all stemmed from that very first attack. That was the first time we didn't see those Reapers and Hellions get a lot of worker kills. So yeah, and then just from there it kind of compounds. So all right, well, we'll get our second game loaded up here. We'll see if Phobos can maybe make that first attack happen. It really does seem to kind of determine the outcome of the game almost, just how much early damage gets done. And that's the case sometimes. If you lose too many workers, you just can't catch back up. So I don't know. We'll see.
If Phobos could just spend his gas too, like instead of getting all his Marines, if the gas was spent on more Vikings and another Raven and more siege tanks, oh man, he would just.
I think that's a
plow
big
through
part too. Yeah, there's not enough air control for the tanks and Marines. So.
He builds so many barracks that I think as soon as he gets 50 minerals, he builds a Marine, and as soon as he gets 50 minerals, he builds another Marine. So he never gets the 150 minerals to build a Viking or a siege tank anymore. Like after a certain point in the game.
All right, well, let's see what happens here. This could be our final game of the night. Phobos versus Benbot. Let's go.
Phobos. Benbot BC.
All right, I've been here a lot tonight too. Dragon scales yet again. All right, well, we'll see what happens here. We'll see if Benbot tries his little bunker contain. Last game he didn't, so I don't know. I don't think anything would compel him to do so this time. Looks like SCV is going across, just doing a little bit of scouting outside the natural there. So, all right, I'm gonna have another standard TVT here. Neither bot really wants to do anything cheesy, and Phobos will probably just stick with its 2-base play. And I don't know. I don't think this map favors that 2-base push. Again, it's I say it a lot, but those damn ramps really cause a lot of troubles for these bots, and I think this is one of those situations where it will yet again depending on where Benbot puts his defenses. Yeah, we saw that it was against Zerg, but this was a perfect spot for defense for Benbot.
And like he puts his Vikings directly on top of his siege tanks too. And that doesn't give the siege tanks the vision it needs. You need to like be on top of the siege tanks and then just like a little bit forward.
Yeah,
and then you get all the vision in the world. It's like half a line of code difference, and it could make these pushes so much stronger. If you give the vision for those siege tanks. This choke point can be difficult for Benbot as well, because if he gets contained, you can't really run SCVs down there really easily. Since it's a tight choke, they all just die as they go down. So the question is, can he set up the third and get workers over there? Or will they try to set up a third and keep sending SCVs to their death? Which is like what we saw in the first series.
Will he block off the Reaper ramp? What did he put there? He just put one building there.
Yeah, just a depot as a spotter. I don't think he'll wall that off. But at least he sees it coming in. Allows him to empty his bunker immediately and start running back to defend.
Yeah, by then it might be a little late. I think this was the map that we saw a lot of workers die because of that.
Yes. I think every time except for last match we saw a lot of workers die.
Yeah. But this map specifically, I think, was really bad because they really were able to get in there. And...
In game 3, he killed every single worker, so because the bunker was across the map.
Oh yeah.
In every other game, he at least wiped out the main base mineral line.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll see what happens here again. Yep, he's starting to build up that force. So I do think a lot of this game is going to be decided on this first attack here. How many SCVs will die? How many Marines will die? You know, because the Marines can even walk into the Reaper fire a little bit haphazardly and lose a few too many Marines, and you just don't have an army to defend.
Yeah, if the Reapers aren't afraid to engage, I think you can actually just win the game with the drop. Because it's often like 5 Reapers and 4 Hellions against like 7 Marines. Like that can kill 7 Marines really easy. But the problem is the Reapers don't want to engage the Marines. So,
yeah, they're too busy kiting. They want to keep running around.
Yeah, they run around and try to find workers, which is good too, but you know, you could just win the game.
Sometimes you gotta fight. Sometimes you just want to fight. Yeah. Well, and that's always been that hard line for the bots to determine, right? Is when do you fight, when do you not? And that's all what this game's all about. It's really hard to determine that sometimes. So.
But especially with like full hit point Reapers, you kind of want to take some damage just to take advantage of the regeneration.
Oh yeah. Trade damage for you go and get a couple kills and then run away and heal up. Yeah. That's where a lot of their strength lies.
Last game they took a lot of damage because they ran into a siege tank and just boom, all dead.
Here we go. Phobos looking to tie things up and into the main base. No defenses here. So we are going to see a lot of dead workers yet again. Oh, this looks so eerily similar to the first time we saw these two play at the beginning of the show here. Marines coming in. They're going to start dying. They did get some Hellions last time, as we are going to see them all die again this time too. The Hellions really get choked up kind of at the north of the mineral line there. But now the Reapers have kind of free reign. Oh, they're going to get caught by a Hellion a little bit here.
Yeah, the Marines didn't take actually any damage at all, but that's because the Hellions and Reapers were focus firing all the SCVs.
Yeah,
18 SCVs went down. So that's
it's not game ending, but it hurts. It definitely slows Benbot down here.
I remember saying like with how much Phobos delays his expansion, you probably want to kill at least 12. So 18 is a really good amount.
Oh, yeah, that's
that puts Phobos ahead. But you know, the later part of the game, it seems to be more favored to Benbot. So you kind of want to have a really good first attack.
Yeah, it's like a scenario where you do a lot of early game damage, but you just can't quite finish them off. And then you, for some reason, lose. And then you get really mad because you're like, well, I killed 30 of your SCVs. Why didn't I just win? Well, you got to be able to finish them off. And Benbot's really hard to finish off sometimes. He's a really resilient bot to take down for sure. Very defensive and has really good defensive play. So, all right, well, the defenses are set up here, so Benbot should be okay for the time being. We're going to see another attack probably pretty soon from Phobos. I think this is going to be the attack with the tanks and try to camp up that the ramp, the bottom of the ramp, right, and stop any third base potentially from coming up.
Yeah, that's going to be a key to this, how successful it is. Like, can Benbot get his third and get some SCVs over there before the containment happens? Then if he can't, then it all comes down to like, you know, who's going to win the containment fight. Who's going to be bleeding more units in that sort of engagement. And like you said, there is a ramp which is very favorable to Benbot BC. In fact, I think Benbot won the previous game on this map, right? Because of that ramp. I remember a siege tank getting a position where there's no air units, and he was able to kill like all of Phobos' siege tanks.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think this was one that he did end up winning, even though he lost a lot of those workers. Yep, yeah, it was this really unfortunate positioning for Phobos. Yeah, it's really hard to push up into this defensive position. It's just so hard. Especially with Benbot having Vikings now, it's going to be really hard to keep that air control. Okay, well, actually, Phobos does get a Viking kill, so that's nice.
Yeah. So at this point in the game, Phobos is still building factory and starport units, but as you see him adding more and more barracks, that's when he starts blowing all of his money on Marines.
Yeah.
So the initial part of the game, you can get a good like 5-6 siege tanks and a good amount of Vikings up, but they don't really get replaced later on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually seeing a third base out of Benbots, so this is definitely going to be a 2-base containment, at least for now.
Yeah, well, I think every game he's managed to get that third established, at least to some extent. Yes, we'll see a lot of SCVs die in the transfer, but you know, that's a sacrifice you got to be willing to make sometimes for the greater good of the Terran army, I suppose.
Okay, bunker went down. Phobos' air units went for a little joyride, so a little difficult right now as he doesn't have high ground vision.
Oh, maybe they're... Oh, I think they're grouping up with the center of the army.
Yeah. Maybe some calculation of like where they should be, like who they should be supporting is a little off. Oh, now he doesn't have high ground vision. He doesn't realize there's a tank there. Oh.
Yeah, tries to push forward a little haphazardly. It was looking really nice. It was a really nice inching forward there. Okay, now we're gonna have a little more air vision. Is that missile turret gonna keep the Vikings back far enough though that maybe Phobos just can't ever get close enough? I think they're gonna be afraid enough of that turret. Which is funny because the tanks are in range of it and they could just kill it if they move just a little bit forward. Just a teeny bit. All right, here comes the first battlecruiser. Gets forced out right away, so the Viking count is enough for the moment for Phobos. Okay, now we can see that turret.
Yeah, but just barely. Like, you really want those Vikings just slightly forward from the tanks. They never really move forward and give that vision, which is a problem.
Turret burns down. Okay, so now the Vikings will have a little bit more wiggle room, potentially. They still think the turret's there. So maybe not. Oh my god, they're leaving again. Alright, this is a big force starting to group up here though. This is definitely one of the bigger forces.
Oh, nothing to deal with the BC now.
Oh, the Vikings left!
Yeah.
No!
Did they go all the way back to the main base to join that group as well?
Yep. Yeah, this right here, this rally point it seems to be the location, and then they keep moving. Oh, they're escorting the tank, it seems.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh no, now the Marines are gonna get slaughtered. Oh,
the Marines aren't too useful anyways, but yeah, that's painful.
Phobos. It was looking real good there. It was such a strong army. Now imagine if that whole army had grouped up with this, and then maybe he went. Maybe it would have been enough to break through and push up that ramp, but...
I mean, it's not over yet. Benbot still hasn't really established his third.
There's 3 tanks there. These Marines are never getting up.
3 workers there? No, gas. Actually, that's pretty good. Gas is the one thing.
Gas, that's what he needs, yeah, for the battle cruisers, yeah. He's having a hard time getting workers over there, though. Battlecruiser's got to teleport out. Phobos has reestablished his little chokehold here, so at least we'll be able to deny a lot of SCVs getting down to that third base. One finally makes it through, but all it does is pull the Marines down into that location. So actually, it might be in a little bit of trouble here. That would be the move for Phobos.
Yeah, this is what I was worried about for Benbot. Is when he doesn't get his workers there, he keeps trying to send more, and they just keep dying and dying and dying.
Oh, jeez.
So he's got a nice siege tank position here, actually, so that can kill their SCVs that are being transferred. They can also shoot the planetary.
Benbot's falling apart a little bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
those Marines are allowing splash damage to hit the siege tank. Siege tank down to 1/3 health.
Oh jeez.
Oh, 1/2 health.
Oh jeez.
Or sorry, 1/4.
Oh, it goes down.
Outside of the range of the planetary, still dies to the planetary.
Oh wow, this planetary is the MVP right now. It's buying Benbot time to reestablish his natural defenses here.
Okay, that's a safer siege tank position. I don't think he can get splashed by the planetary this time.
Nah, he's safe there. That's so funny.
Okay. Okay.
Wow. All right. Well,
yeah, it's a game. I
not
think it
over
still
yet,
favors
yeah.
Benbot, but it looks okay. How many workers are on that base? No, none of them are mining, so just one.
One and a mule. Not even one. Yeah, he's just got a couple mules here and there, but that still helps. Every mule, you know, it's a few more Marines.
Yeah, and I do like the Benbot mule as his newest base because his main and natural are gonna mine out naturally, so might as well mule the base that has the extra minerals.
That's smart planning for sure. Well, it's kind of along the lines of Sharkbot taking your opponent's bases a little bit. You wanna reserve your resources as long as possible. Especially the ones in your main base.
Oh, the Vikings!
Like this.
The Vikings took off again.
Oh God!
Poor Phobos.
Oh, battlecruiser's here. Time to leave. We'll be back. Deal with that later. That is what's keeping Benbot in this for sure. Is this battlecruiser is able to just come up and wipe out the attacking force yet again. That's going to cost Phobos the game if this keeps happening because there's just not going to be enough to push up.
When they leave at the same time the
Run
BC
out.
comes in, then all the tanks disappear.
Now, does Benbot recognize that, or maybe is he seeing like, oh, okay, there's no air here, so now I can push in, or is he just happen to be pushing out at that exact moment?
I think it's luck. I think he pulls back, and then when the BC's full health again, he sends it out.
It just happens to come out, and that just happens to be when the Vikings.
Yeah, and look at this nice little SCV transfer as the siege tanks are gone. That is huge for Benbot. Now he's got
that's really big.
Yeah, like
little
6
bit
or 7 more SCVs over there.
A bit more income. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now he's gonna get some more gas too. Here we go. Big skirmish. Marines coming down the ramp. They're gonna get slaughtered by that one siege tank. Battlecruiser's a little bit hesitant to take part in the fight, I guess, because the Vikings are finally here. Does get forced to teleport out. So this little hold will remain, but it's so weak. And Phobos is really starting to run out of steam here, I think. I think we're almost out of minerals in that natural. A lot of gas, but no minerals to supplement it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's still building siege tanks and Vikings one at a time. So it's not as bad as I thought it was. I thought he wasn't building any because of all the barracks. But,
man, a few little tweaks to Phobos' army control,
Viking.
and this army's going to be almost unstoppable. If these Vikings would just stay with the army, if the Marines would be a little bit cleaner without, sometimes, again, they're drawing that splash fire from the planetary and stuff. So just little tiny tweaks. And I think Phobos' army is going to be real scary to beat in the future. But I think Benbot is going to be able to push this back. And
I believe so.
Hold the game here.
Wow,
Just
Benbot turning it around after losing to Phobos in the opening match of this.
Yeah. Well,
today,
not entirely. It was 2-1. So Benbot definitely going neck and neck here. This was a really close series between these two for sure. Both series were.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a great showing out of Phobos. I mean, he has all the issues that all new bots have. So like he's not like all flushed out yet. But the things he does well, he does really well, and that's nice to see.
Well, and I'm sure it's got a lot of the issues that a new bot would have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flushed out as well, like worker defense, just various things like that. So definitely a lot of potential in this Eris clone, I guess. Cloned and turned into a different race. Yeah, that's it. Benbot's moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first 2 bots in the round of 4. We have our first 2 top 4 finalists. We've got Benbot moving on, and we also have Sharkbot.
Yeah.
Has moved on. So a Protoss and a Terran sitting in that final 4, and Group A has been decided. We have done our eliminations. Phobos about to get tossed into the scrap pile, save some weird game-breaking bug out of Benbot. We're going to be throwing Phobos here in the scrap pile, but again, great showing, great first appearance here. I love that they took a risk and submitted a new bot. I think that's really brave, honestly, and especially on the back of Eris. There was I think a lot of people were expecting a lot out of Eris, and then not seeing Eris here, all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, a new bot, Phobos, surely just as good as Eris. That was definitely a thought that crossed my mind at one point in time. And I think there's a lot of potential to be as good as Eris. Absolutely, just got to flesh out a few of those little details. Again, those new bot things that you got to work out. So
Eris is like One Punch Man. He got like too bored with being too strong. This
gotta
gives him
do
an opportunity to have a fair fight again. This is Phobos.
That's awesome. No, I think I'm really happy that they brought him Phobos in. It's really cool to see a strong new bot like that come splash onto the scene. So, all right, well, ladies and gentlemen, those are the games. That is our group. Group A has been finished. We can go ahead and take a look at our brackets real quick here. Whatever things we got. Group A is done. Benbot and Sharkbot secured their positions. Well done out of everybody in this group, though. Really good stuff out of Zena and Phobos as well. Really fun series. A bunch of ace matches here. 3 ace matches. Woo! Good stuff.
Yeah, and we have our first qualifying bot making it through. It broke the streak of...
Oh, yeah.
Someone finally got through 2 rounds, right?
Yeah, Benbot. Well, yeah, Benbot started in round 2, so we saw him in the second round, in the round of 12 or whatever it was. And then he beat Sharpened Edge 2-1. Now he's taken out Zena. Now he's taken out Phobos. Yeah, things are looking real good.
Yeah, impressive little run by Benbot. Phobos and Zena. Those are 2 strong bots to beat.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Awesome showing. All right, well, let's take a quick look at Group B. This will be next week's. I'm assuming we have Group B's graphic here. I would hope so. If not, we could just pull up the main bracket. The challenge has Group B, and we can see it there. But we're going to see Tier, Micro Machine, Kaninana, and Ketrock next week. Again, same time, same place here on ProBots. So make sure you hit the little bell if you need a notification or whatever you got to do. Subscribe to the channel, follow it, whatever the terminology is for YouTube.
Yeah, that'll be a banger of a week.
Next week is going to be the week to watch, I think. Some of our top bots of all time will be going at it. So it's going to be fun. All right. I guess no graphic for that, but you'll just have to trust me. Those are the bots. Oh, wait, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. All right. So, yeah, again, next week's games here. Again, same format as you saw tonight. It's going to be that GSL group stage. 4 bots enter. Only 2 bots will move on. And, good stuff. Anything you want to say before we wrap things up here, Ketrock?
Yeah, just looking forward to another great season. Sharkbots, this is looking really cool. I'm happy to see him move on, see what shenanigans he's got in store for us coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And Kaninana is the one next week I'm most interested in seeing. Probably the most, out of these 4, that probably made the bot that's worked on the most, I would say. And he's got some really cool tactics that I don't think we've seen in ProBots yet. So,
do you think you're ready? Do you think Ketrock's ready for it? Did you do any Zerg specific or Kaninana specific defenses?
I don't know
in particular.
I
maybe
it's such a close, like all 4 of these bots I could see beating all 3, but I think I might lose to all 3 of these bots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is gonna be I don't even know how to predict this one. Again, these are some of the stronger bots going at it. Yeah. It's anybody's game at this point. So
3 previous champions in Kaninana, and I think Kaninana's the favorite of the group, despite the other 3 previous champions. So
this is gonna be a hell of a group then. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, make sure you join us next week again, same time, same place here. It's gonna be awesome for day 4, our final group stage or whatever stage we're on here, and then this will decide the top 4 bots, and then we'll get into our grand finals. We'll have humans versus bots, all that jazz. So make sure you stick around and follow us here on ProBots. All right. Good job, production. Awesome show tonight. Thank you, everybody in the audience, for being here. Hopefully you had a good time, and hopefully we'll see you all next week. Thank you, Ketrock, for providing your expertise and your bot knowledge here. It's always good to have you. You know, you definitely know more than I do, so it's nice to have somebody who knows what they're talking about with bots. We are going to do, hopefully, a bot building session in one of our post-bots shows. I know I need to actually join one of those. I've been working on a microbot that I've never finished up. So I need to maybe...
Yeah, even Drek made a bot. So
yeah, Drek made a bot. He's been showing that up. So yeah, if you're new and want to make a bot, we've got some templates below. Make sure you check out those links and come join the community. We've got a couple of Discords. AIarena.net is where you're really going to find a lot of the information and tools and stuff that you need to get started. But definitely check out our templates and get rolling and get a bot made. Hopefully we'll see you in ProBots in one of these future seasons. All right, that's it. We're done. Go home, everybody. We'll see you all next week. Thank you for tuning in to ProBots Day 3, and have a good night. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.